Hello, everyone. We're back for another game of Dungeons and Dragons because we're very mature people. Before we get started, right, there's actually some kind of cultural celebration going on the housing estate in which I live. They're making a lot of noise with like fire engines and Santa Claus and stuff. I went out there and told them that white people have no culture, but it just fell on deaf ears. So if there's any background noise, then there's nothing I can do.
You're Scrooge.
You were supposed to give us
Well, I was a proper intersectional feminist with it. I explained that there is no female Santa. You don't even have a culture. So what the hell?
I only celebrate Muslim holidays.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't Ramadan, for Christ's sake. And again, they just ignored me like the bigots they were. So it might be noise in the background, but I hope not. But anyway, so last week
you were supposed to give us XP.
I was, yeah. Yeah, you each earned 2,000 experience.
Sargon, did you really do a video called "Is Water Wet"? I'm gonna have to fucking debunk this now.
we're not going to go into it again. I just clipped that because I had to go through like what happened last week, and that bit just happened to be a really great and interesting exchange.
We should all be at 18,516. Is that about right?
I like how I've infected 2 different podcast live streams with the "Is water wet" question.
The
W.
Okay. We're not going to address it now. Is everyone at the same XP that Dev's at?
18,516.
Yes.
Right. Good. So, yeah, quite a lot happened last time. You ended up resting, coming to see the Patriarch after seeing Bishop Stavron in the camp, and the Patriarch questioned V about Bishop Stavron. V made a prophecy. Arch talked to the prince about his newly conquered land and said that he would underwrite a loan if one needed to be taken, but he's kind of nervous about the idea. And yeah, so you're in the cathedral after having had these conversations. You're in Penderley. What are you doing?
Going to look for the closest gathering of Jewish people.
Well, that's the stream demonetized.
Can I ask the Patreon, the Patriarch?
The Patriarch.
Can I ask the Patriarch one question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Your Holiness. I would like to continue my religious studies, and my lord has a connection to Baron Manview, who has one of your devotees. Would it be possible for me to study under him if my lord arranges such a meeting?
The Patriarch just turns to you and looks down his nose and says, "Well, surely that would have to be up to the devotee in question."
So if the devotee agrees and my lord also agrees, would I receive your blessings, Your Holiness?
It's possible, but you need his agreement first.
All right, I nod and I politely exit the room.
The fucking gall on this godforsaken worm. Mere seconds ago, he was communicating with the Marxist cardinal like, "I'm on your side, I'm your friend," and then like, "Patriarch, blessings, please."
Let me put it this way: depending on how the chip falls, I will be on the winning side.
It is quite cunning in its own way. Arch is not wrong.
So utterly derived of morality. It is just amazing.
It's a great idea until it all collapses around you and someone notices that you're talking to the Marxist one. And knowing that Sargon is the GM.
Well,
what did I do wrong? It's like he's not excommunicated. He's still a member of the church. I'm still allowed to talk to him. Nothing that I said can be traced back to me.
And when he becomes excommunicated, you'll be the first suspect on their list.
When he becomes excommunicated, I will take credit for bringing the heresy to the Patriarch with him.
You have to remember.
The Patriarch believes you if he doesn't realize that you were working with him for a while. I mean, you have magic powers.
I'm legitimately the person that managed to unveil the heresy.
Yes, you have magic powers. What makes you think the Patriarch can't use some sort of magic to detect what you're up to?
Oh, that's a good question. I want to raise this issue to the Patriarch.
You did it right in the cathedral.
Hold on, while I'm still here, right? Your Holiness, there is one more thing.
Okay, yeah, go on.
You inquired about Bishop Stavron and if he was lying or not. The prophet has entrusted me with a miracle that would compel people to tell the truth. If you wish Bishop Stavron to be interrogated, I would be your willing servant to perform such a miracle and uncover the truth.
Why are you doing this?
Well, to get reputation points with the patriarch.
Okay, well, the patriarch just blinks and is taken aback and says, "How can I know that you're? How can you prove this?"
Simply being 3 willing subjects and ask them to lie while they're under the truth circle.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well.
I will just require.
Okay. Yeah. No. The patriarch says, "Come back the following evening, at around sunset, and we will test your power."
Very well.
Oh, V's on a date.
I have a date.
This doesn't change a damn thing, by the way.
This changes everything. It means the patriarch doesn't know about miracles and the spells.
Or he's a smart man.
He wasn't like, oh yes, the circle of truth. Oh, I'm familiar with that spell. Yeah.
Or he's not retarded.
Yeah, maybe he took 4 years of wizard school or something.
Yeah, well, he didn't take the
He
magic.
has a
circle.
degree.
Anyway, let's Arch do his quest so that we can advance this along.
Right. So you actually leaving the cathedral now?
Wasn't he like pretty unimpressed when you showed him your magic the first time?
He was very impressed on the inside as well.
Right. Okay. Well, you can go out into the streets of Pendley. It's a wealthy and large city for the time and place you're in. It's busy, as you can imagine.
Okay, I'm going to look for a masterwork staff. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to go buy it because it'll probably be cheaper here than in the marketplace out there. So what would the... is it investigation?
If that's what you want to try and use.
Okay. I will investigate for it.
Oh, good. Yeah, you find there are multiple weapons and armor shops around the town, but you find one that does particularly fine weapons and is something of a prestigious store to have ownership from, like a good brand, we should say, I suppose. And yes, they can indeed sell you a masterwork quarterstaff.
Excellent. How much is it?
20 gold pieces.
That's actually kind of a steal, so I will take it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the what do I know what the improved stats on it are?
Yeah, it's like an amazingly crafted ebony staff that gives you +1 to hit on the does it get just +1 to hit. Mastercraft stuff doesn't give you damage bonuses in 3.5, does it, Arch? Just using that from from memory. World's best DM.
You know that.
Arch.
It's,
I want to look for large noses.
Okay.
Hold
Small,
on.
stupid-looking
hats.
hats.
We'll assume it's just +1 to hit because
Okay.
I'm sure that's what mastercrafting was.
We've been getting +1 to damage, I think.
Have you? Okay.
Have
Have
we?
have
Well,
+1
we
to
have a
damage as well then.
Okay.
Right.
I will put it into my attack sheet. Are there any other interesting weapons I can see at this master shop?
You consider interesting.
Something that the party could use. Because
like what?
I don't know. I guess a mastercraft longbow or crossbow, since V and Regs use those. Or I guess, and usually you already have a sword, right? Maybe a.
They
archery
only have short bows in this shop, but they do have for actual bows. But they do have a mastercrafted crossbow.
Okay. V, would you like me to pick it up for you?
Yes.
It's a heavy one. It's not a hand one.
Oh, so
It's like an obelisk.
Basically,
So it has the heavy property. What does that do on a weapon?
it has loading.
I don't want
And
this.
it's two-handed.
Take it away from me.
You don't want it, V?
I don't want it.
Okay, I won't get it for you then. I will thank the shopkeeper, and I'll leave with my
The
20
only
gold
thing I
staff.
want is the blessing of the Lord.
Okay.
I just
Normal
put it in
crossbows,
my
of course,
character sheet.
could be loaded with one hand.
Arch, did you say you wanted to go and find a merchant's guild?
Jews. I specifically stated Jews.
Well, unfortunately, there are no Jews in this world.
Especially
And what
since
is
What do you
the
mean?
closest
What do you mean?
equivalent
Unfortunately,
to Ashkenazi Jews?
Listen, Jack Conte is listening right now. Okay, he's on my shoulder. He's making a list to see who's naughty, who's nice.
He's checking it twice.
Yes, and please do not get me into trouble with Jack Conte. You know, I left a message on Pornhub the other day. I'm sure he read it.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure that everything is sanitized wherever I go.
Seriously, though, I mean, you can go and find the merchant's guild if you want.
Right, we'll go find them.
Mm-hmm.
What is Jewish for high?
I don't know.
Chaim.
Right, yeah. I mean, the Merchants Guild's one of the most prominent buildings in the town centre, in the city centre. It's huge and bustling. It's constantly got people going in and out.
I shall knock on their door in a determined and yet greedy manner.
Yeah. After a second, the door opens, and a young, bookish-looking man with a big scroll, in fact, says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
I feel like starting by asking the question why the fuck he's carrying around a scroll randomly, but let's skip
He's
over
got
that.
a quill and a servant holding ink and stuff. He's asking you. He's going to write some stuff down.
Well, I want to see his masters, his bosses, his Uberjuden.
He says, "Are you here to contract a loan?"
Act alone, my dear sir. No. I'm here for something far more exciting. I am here to offer your masters an opportunity. An adventure, in fact.
He smiles and says, "Of course, sir, but unfortunately everyone is remarkably busy at the moment with the crusade, so I'll need to take your name and find out why you're here so I can assign someone to you."
I'll look down at him and say, that would be Lord Arch under the service of the prince.
He bows and says, "Of course, my lord. And what's the name of your holdings?"
Your what?
Your holdings, your land.
Some
I
silver
haven't
mine
the
on an
faintest
island.
fucking clue. You never told me. I think
Well,
you decided it was
you-
Paris.
No, you get to. I thought you called it Archistan or something. You get to name the island you've conquered, man.
The island? Oh, yes. In that case, that's Archistan.
Right, okay. He says, and where's that, my lord?
In the middle of the ocean.
Oh. He writes just down some more notes and says, "Right, if you would care to come into our waiting room, I'm afraid your servants will have to wait outside, but we will have people there with sherry and cheese and stuff like this." And he invites you into a very plush waiting room where there's people playing fiddles and serving drinks and all this sort of thing.
It is good that he keeps the servants outside.
Okay, I take it you're going to sit down and wait, yes?
Yes, I'll sit down and wait.
What are the rest of you outside doing? You're just standing around.
I
There are
presume
lots
I'm
of
off
other-
shopping, so
Well, I don't know, but there are lots of other people just standing around outside.
Well, I'm going to rest and meditate so I can remake my spells and have Zone of Truth as a spell.
Where are you going to do that?
Is there an inn?
Yep.
I'll go to the inn.
Okay. So a silver piece a night.
Yep.
Okay, knock it off. Are the rest of you following suit?
Well,
I mean, I could cause commotion by summoning a spider. Reduce the queue.
let's not do that.
Are you sure?
I'll go with V to the inn, I guess, after I'm done shopping.
Okay, knock a silver off.
Okay.
Well, I can't think of anything else I need to do.
yeah, I can't either. I suppose I'll wait as well with Devo and Uzalu.
As Devo comes in, I go, the heretic.
Heretic V.
Yes.
Right, okay.
I'm-
Arch.
How many
sorry,
silvers to a piece?
Oh, 10 silver to 1 gold.
All right.
Isn't
Wait.
it 100 silver to 1 gold?
I was doing 100.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
100 silver to 1 gold.
All right.
I mean, I'll have 10 times as much gold if you like.
Yes, 100 silver to 1 gold. That makes more sense. That seems a bit extreme, though, doesn't it? Anyway, Arch, you have to wait for an hour and a half, but thankfully it's in the lap of luxury. And the scribe comes back with a very well-dressed gentleman. He walks up to you and extends his hand and says, "Good afternoon, my name is Sir Swithson. I am a merchant here and I will be taking on your account. Would you like to come with me, please?"
Doesn't sound very Jewish. I'm already having doubts.
Swithstein, then.
I assume you're going to go with him, yeah?
Yes, I will go with Swithstein.
Right, okay, yeah. He takes you into a wooden panelled office, sits behind the desk and invites you to sit down, offers you a drink, and says, "Right, what can I do for you?"
Okay. I'll inform him about just the general ideas of the holding. Silver mine, island, a relatively fertile area could be turned into a supply area for the crusade, etc. Just give him the general lay of the land.
Yeah, he makes notes as he's going along.
I want to try and make it sound good. So, what would that be?
Well, you can make a performance check. See how rhetorical you can get with it.
Performance.
Not your forte, is it?
No, I'm terrible at all of this.
Well,
is there anything I could persuade him of? At least then I have a tiny fucking bonus. I'll roll a 3 regardless, but...
well, I
Both
mean...
know you'll fail, Arch. You'll roll a critical one and your entire quest will be over.
All right. No one needs to hear from the person who's asleep at the end.
Fuck it. Performance. Yep, there we go.
It's above sea level, I guess.
What did
Yeah,
I
I'm not
say?
even surprised.
No one needs
This
to do
entire
that.
campaign, I have rolled so far below average in
And
any
V
kind
has
of
been
talking thing.
so far
See,
above.
it averages out.
No one needs to hear the truth, is what Sargon said earlier.
That is just amazing. That
How
you
did
could
I
roll
know?
the one. No, like for comic effect. You know, like-
How did I know? How was I able to foresee the future?
See,
Anyway.
This is the thing. Anybody who ever says that luck is not a thing is a complete and utter dingbat.
Yes. So okay, so you try and hype it up as much as you can. But about halfway through your performance, Sir Swithson just holds up his hand and says, it's okay, just lead me through it. I'm interested in helping you succeed. So just tell me the raw facts and we'll go from there.
He was like, just
Posted.
stop, please.
I'm surprised I didn't dribble on my shirt or something.
It was more a social embarrassment that you've had there. Just like an inappropriate behavior sort of thing. But it's
Inappropriate behavior.
so you-
Did he
I
use any
stick my
N-words during
finger in the
performance?
drink you offered me and start brushing my teeth with it.
something like that. But yeah, so are you just gonna what? I mean, so he wants to know how many people are on the island.
Well, I'll ask him about his definition of people with a sneer.
Right? Okay, go on. How many?
Savages. 20 mostly worthless women and children could be useful for some manual labor, and 7 fighting age men, which is all that remained after they decided to prove difficult in handing over their land.
He smiles and nods and says, "Right." And are there, what buildings are on the island?
Well, there were buildings on the island, but I refer you back to the difficulties in acquiring the land.
He says, "So 0."
I'm sure they've rebuilt some straw huts at this point, but essentially, yes.
He smiles and nods and then says, "So 0." How much silver is on the island?
This is where I'll go. I'll request to have my manservant brought in with the figures and the estimate.
Oh, who's that?
I'll be Rags.
Right, okay. He just clicks to one of the scribes and he runs out. After about half an hour, I suppose he will come back because he has to go figure out where the fuck Rags has gone. So,
I thought he was waiting there.
No, I'm at the
Nope.
inn with Uzulu and Devo and V.
Okay, well, it's fine. You can come back to that one.
Oh no! Suddenly the servants you were glad are outside were needed.
Oh no.
What land is there on the island?
You're muting yourself in the middle of sentences, Sargon.
Am I? Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
How much arable land is on the island?
This is me.
The scout should know that.
Right. Okay.
Well, there's quite a great deal of it. It's certainly worth going there and setting up some kind of an operation with plenty of room to spare. It's no small space by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. So and how are you getting to the island?
Is there a
Why a
different
ship?
way?
Yeah, but by your own or by someone else's?
Depends on the eventual scope of the operation. It will probably be possible to piggyback off the Crusade to some extent.
But not your own boat.
It might be. That depends on the situation. Of the scale of the operation will initiate.
Okay.
I like how you literally haven't seen the silver mine yet, and yet you're doing all this.
Let's hope there's some silver in them there hills.
Hmm.
Right. Okay. Well, after about half an hour, Rags arrives. The merchant turns to you and says, "You're the scouts,
I am.
right? How much silver is on the island?"
I couldn't give you an exact estimate, but there's certainly enough to begin an investment's worth. It was enough to warrant my telling to the prince himself.
He doesn't look especially impressed. How much arable land is there on the island? Are there existing farms there?
I shake my head. I say, none that I know. The local population that was there when we arrived have been essentially dispersed. Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about Oh, I thought you meant if there were existing farms there.
Yeah. Are there any existing farms there?
Oh, yeah. Then,
Right. And how does the soil look?
Bloody.
yeah. Mostly red.
Right. Okay. He thanks you and then dismisses you. He returns to you, Arch, and says, "Right. So you're going to need a ship, a crew, a dock, housing quarters, and the mine itself in order to set this up. Is that correct?"
Well, that depends, Sargon.
What?
How autistic do you want me to get with this?
Well, are they not the essential pieces of infrastructure you need to start shipping silver back?
No, not even fucking remotely.
Well, what else is there?
Okay.
Go on.
Right. Allow me to start.
Don't.
Well,
So
wait,
first
wait,
and foremost, we're gonna need a See, this is the thing. Like, are we gonna do this? Because right now, you said to just do it kind of off the cuff. In which case, we do it like this. That's why I didn't ask anybody anything. I figured we'd just do it like that. Otherwise, we'll go back and we'll go through the entire thing. Like, how advanced do you want it to be?
Don't, please, for the love of God, don't.
I mean, I have it down to the type of furnace we need to use, the accelerant we need to use, how to make that accelerant.
Yeah, but surely that would be part of a process included in one of these pieces of infrastructure.
No, you haven't mentioned a furnace yet.
Well, no, that'll like the mining process is encapsulated in the term the mine. So anything that would require there,
Okay, but there are very different types of mining.
Sure.
I suppose the question is,
I
how many
suppose
things
it's
are you,
silver mining?
how micro are you going to ask Arch to manage?
Yeah, not very.
Okay, well that makes it easier.
Yeah, Arch, please, you learned this lesson. Come on.
Sargon, what
I
did you
want to
expect?
know, like, to what degree of responsibility I will be held, because I'm ready to do the work. I've already done.
Well, you're
the work.
the owner of the mine, so if something goes wrong in the mine, you are the one who is responsible.
Okay.
Jesus,
In
that's the
that
wrong answer,
case,
Sargon.
I'd
Fuck
like
me.
to be very specific.
Okay, well, go on then. The merchant's waiting.
Okay, first and foremost, we're going to need a security force. No more than 12 men. We'll do 6 to begin with. They'll be equipped with crossbows, short swords, leather armor, shields. We will build a fortified bunkhouse for them with materials on the island, the local wood. For that, we will need saws, single and double. We will need wood making skills.
You don't need to worry about tools. Like if you contract a building company to do that, then you can just pay them.
Sorry, guys, I dropped out there for a second. Can you reshare my screen?
Yeah. So you don't need to go into that kind of detail.
Okay, a wooden blockhouse then.
Mhm.
With enough storage to hold the food and water required in the case of a limited siege. We will need alchemist oil. We will need flasks of oils themselves. We will need the construction of 4 watchtowers at each compass point. We will require a warning system, so bells. The warning flutes. We will require a furnace capable of doing 1,004 to 2,000 degrees. We need a way to extract charcoal, which we would need iron barrels for. The wood itself we can get on the island. We also need a flux. That depends on what kind of chemistry we have available in this world. I'm assuming nothing advanced, so probably sand or salt.
Right.
We would also, of course, need a way to grind up the silver, depending on the quantity. Like, right, is it lying around on the ground?
The things for the process. Yeah, but we'll let experts just do that bit.
You did this, Sargon. You did this.
I don't see how I did this.
You did this.
But yeah, the question still remains. Is it in the ground? Is it mineable? Is it pickable? Do we need slit trenches? Do we need deep mines? Can we wash it?
You don't know. You haven't done any kind of prospecting on it yet.
Well, Ranks is there. He will be able to know if it's just lying around on the ground, if it's surface mining.
Well, he didn't go up there because it would have gotten killed.
Right.
Like,
He hasn't seen the silver?
Well, he's seen the silver on the surface with the rest of you when you went up there.
When the fuck did we go up there?
What?
Yeah, we didn't go up there. We didn't see any silver.
What? Hang on.
I did when I scouted, but they didn't
Yeah.
themselves.
Was it just Rags that went up there, was it?
Yeah. We didn't go.
Right, okay. Then sorry. I misremembered something. Okay, yeah, well Rags has just seen silver deposits poking out through the ground at the top of the mountain.
Correct.
Okay, because that makes it a hell of a lot easier, because that's high yield mining, which is much, much simpler.
Right, okay. So the merchant and his scribes continue to make lots of notes. And after everything's totaled up and they have a bit of a confer with one another, they say that they think you'll need about 45,000 gold pieces.
That's where I would like the price on the various gear, because I think that is a huge overestimation.
Okay, well, I'm using some guy's homebrew list of stuff, and I'm judging by that, and that's the standard we're going to go for. I'll put a link in the thing if you want to see it. But no, they think about 45,000.
Okay, and what's the price for a kilo? Or not a kilo, a gram would be better of silver.
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to figure it out.
That would be very useful information to have.
But I don't have it to hand, so.
Well, how can he judge if the?
Well, I can't possibly agree to 45,000 if I haven't the faintest fucking clue what silver is worth.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Now I have to figure that out on the fly, don't I?
You can just say if the business is profitable or not, and we can skip.
Well, yeah. I mean, they are willing to offer you this because they think it'll be a profitable business.
Silver
you'll be bringing out tons and tons of silver from the mountain.
I think I can help a little bit. According to the Dungeon Master's Assistance, it says that per pound, silver is 5 gold pieces.
That's useful.
That's lovely. I have the faintest fuck what a pound is.
Well,
2.2,
that's all right.
Well, half a kilogram, basically.
Okay, so 10 gold pieces per kilo. And this shit is so high yield, there are literally blocks of it on the surface. Yeah, in that case, it's probably worth it.
Enough for me to see and report back on.
I mean, yeah, in that case, it would probably be very profitable.
I've got some relevant art here. I'll show
Oh
it quickly.
boy.
I'll zoom in. Arch judging the nose not long enough.
Right. So so Swithson says so we're willing to offer you 45,000 gold pieces as long as you start repayments within 2 months at 450 gold pieces per month with a 5% interest rate.
Yeah, no, I can't possibly accept that. 2 months is going to be nowhere near enough to set up a mining operation.
Mhm.
Like, it's a week there, a week back. It's going to take probably 2 weeks, just that. The mining alone to get a decent yield is also going to probably be a week at least. Month. Do I need to roll persuasion for that?
So hang on, what are you trying to persuade him of there?
But the first payment should not take place before a month.
Well, you've
I
got
will-
2 months before you have to start making repayments.
All right, repeat that. Didn't hear.
Sorry,
Oh, I thought it was 2 weeks.
1 month before we have to
sorry,
start
did
making
I? Sorry,
payments.
I'm sure I said 2 months, but maybe I said 2 weeks. But
That's all right.
I meant to say
No,
you've got 2 months before you have to pay any repayments.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I'm willing to take that.
Right. Okay.
He was 250 gold per,
For 450 gold per month.
and that was every 2 weeks afterwards.
No, just once a month.
Okay.
Provide 450 gold to the Merchants Guild.
All right. That'll work out. How is their repayment system? Like, I need to be able to put something in trust, probably, because otherwise they can call me in. Say that I haven't paid.
So Smithson says, well, and he presents you a contract that he says you'll need Prince Emmerich to sign this to underwrite your debt. So if you default on it, he is good for it.
But that's not the point.
Oh,
I
sorry,
need
go
a
on.
way to pay them consistently while I am not there.
Well, I mean,
Well,
That's up
PayPal's
to
out
you,
of the
isn't it?
question now.
yeah.
And there has to be a banking trust system because
Do you
we're
have
living
a
on fucking
subscribe
crusade.
star?
Subscribes.
Well, I mean, they obviously do run a banking service. Like, what exactly are you asking? Sorry, like what?
Like, there has to be a system for me to keep money there, a stash from which they can make their withdrawals, because I can't be there to make it to them in person.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, can you not send money? Can you not travel it?
I haven't the faintest clue.
Would-
If
would-
anything, the
Would the mining
silver would.
outfit not be somewhat responsible for taking some of the earnings and putting those into
No,
the
no. We are not going to keep God only knows how much gold on the poorly defended island. It's going to go to a bank.
I mean, parts of this when they make the sales.
Yeah, I'm sure when they sail the silver or the funds or whatever from the island to the mainland, they'll just divert some of it to
Yeah.
the guild.
Yeah, when we are here dropping this off, selling it, making the money, we know that X of it has to go to this bank while we are here.
Hmm.
While we are here.
Pirates.
Yes, while they are in town, in here, when they're bringing back the yields, selling them, making the profits, they would be the ones responsible for taking that section that's owed for the payment and putting that into the bank while they're there.
Yeah, that's the thing. We need a banking system.
Yeah.
Do
I
they
mean,
have?
he's-
Do they run banking service?
Yeah,
It's here.
of course. Yeah, this is.
His last name is Steen.
It's not his son. But anyway, right? He says that yeah. I mean, we're more than willing to hold money for you, and we can take payments out of that as and when the payments are due.
Yep, which we will. Interest rates on that?
What of money you store with them?
Yes.
Oh, 1%.
1%. That doesn't seem worthy for us long-term business partners. How about you give me 3?
Oh, you can try and persuade him.
Hey, so that's above my average.
That's really good for your dice rolling. To be honest, let's see what he says. He says, "I'm afraid 1% is the standard for all lords of your stature."
That feels like an insult.
He
Well, hey,
doesn't
Emmerich
seem to.
get-
He says it with a very genial smile.
What about Lords of Prince Emmerich's stature? Since he will be the The one holding the bag if I decide to run out.
He says, "I'm afraid this is what the guild provides."
Sargon, have you ever been gene tested for Jewish heritage?
No, I haven't actually. Imagine if it came back that I was.
I think we all know the answer to that. Okay, fine. 1%.
Patreon would have to reinstate you.
Absolutely, they're anti-Semitic company. That's the problem.
I mean, surely your black heritage wipes out the N-word thing.
Well, I thought so, but suddenly it doesn't matter.
Well, it's for historical and educational purposes.
It's not the N word, it's the 5-star word, because that's how it was written. It's N 5-star R.
Right. I'd like to put the first deposit of 450 for the first month's rent also in the bank immediately.
Okay. Dev,
Yes.
could you write that down for me, please?
In the cart file.
Yeah, in the cart file. If you can have like a merchants guild.
Okay, let me try and find it here.
Thing. It's just you've been keeping track of it, and I'll probably lose it. So
I've got 1 billion. Look at my text files, man. I got 1 billion.
that's terribly organized.
And the purview
got
of
it
this cart.txt file is really expanding.
Okay, I've got it. I know I got to organize it. Okay, I'll put in guild. Purchase account. It's at 450 gold. Anything else?
Much.
No, that'll be it for now.
Okay, I'll take that in 2 months.
I couldn't hear you there. So I think you are muting yourself somehow. 'Cause you cut out halfway through that sentence.
I wasn't touching my computer. So I was, just speaking. So I don't know what's happening there if it is. Yeah, okay. Right, the merchant says that's all fine. All you need to do is get this underwritten by your lord, and we'll be able to have the money transferred to you immediately.
Okay.
He
I
hands you the
also do
contract.
want to micromanage the buildings a little bit. Blockhouses must have.
Sure.
This isn't Sim City, Arch.
Okay, Sargon fucks half of our goddamn retinue to death because we didn't make them build latrine pits. I think this is SimCity.
Well, that's
correct.
just good leadership.
A part of me wonders what you expected. I mean, Arch's favorite word is mine.
I
Right.
think Arch's
So
favorite word is money.
You had
All right,
one
people who are
first,
not in the
didn't you,
room.
Alex?
Arch, he hands you the contract and says, we'll see you on the return of your with the signature.
I'll bow him and thank him graciously.
And he returns the pleasantry.
I have an out-of-character question for Arch that could also be an in-character question. What's the plan for piracy?
That
Pretty
could be
fucking simple.
in character question, but hang on, you guys are resting in an inn. So Arch, what are you doing? Sorry.
I'll return to the inn. Or, Bob, should I? I'll return to
How
you
does,
in
how
next,
does
I guess.
everyone know what inn I chose?
Well, you'd ask around,
We know what kind of person you are, V.
Did you see
I'll
an
actually-
intense-looking Romanian come past this way?
Oh yeah, he went right over there.
I will go to Emmerich and see what's the deal, and I'll bring Rags along so he can try and exaggerate the size of the silver boulders.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you find Rags waiting outside. Presumably he's in the cathedral. Are you going back there?
Is he still there? Well, if he's still there, we'll go back there.
Well, you can. You go up to the cathedral, and one of the acolytes meets you. So, how can I help you, my lord?
Looking for Prince Emmerich.
I believe he's in communion with the patriarch at the moment.
Oh, we'll wait.
Okay. He offers you a seat, and refreshments and whatnot. But you have to wait about 2 hours. But after 2 hours, he says that Lord Emmerich can see you, and follow him. Go into just a chamber in the cathedral, and Lord Emmerich sat with the patriarch, and he says, "How can I help you?" Say that. He says, Arch.
Is this really a good idea to present the deal of the silver mine in front of the patriarch?
Get the old man in the robes out of here. When did you talk?
Fair chance he'd find out anyway.
Fuck it, it's more fun like this. Yeah, I'll go up to Prince Emmerich and inform him that our the business with the loan has been completed. If he would like to peruse it, so I'll give him the chance to walk out of the room if he doesn't want Patriarch to know about it.
Right, he takes it and squints at it and goes, "Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, this is for how much?"
I'll wave over Rags and be like, a mere trifle compared to the eventual winnings. The merchant house themselves thought this was a very valid investment, which is why they are willing to give us so much. And I'll just wave towards Rag, like, yes, large boulders, silver, go.
The largest boulders that I've ever seen, chocked full of silver, without a doubt. You'll
Literally,
make
just
everything
littering
you
the
make.
surface.
Right, I mean, the prince just sort of raises his eyebrows and, "Oh, right, okay. And you reckon you'll be able to have this in the 2 months that they want, yeah?"
In fact, I am so confident I have already placed 450 gold, the first month payment of my own gold, in a bank account.
I'll nod.
Okay. Yeah, he shrugs and says, "Well, okay then," and signs it, hands it back to you, and says, "Well, at least let's hope we all grow rich."
Right,
Of
now a quick
course,
trip
my
to the
lord.
face changer, and we've got a bunch of free money.
This is not free money.
Yeah, no, I would rather make an enemy out of the prince than the Jews.
Yeah,
a list.
this is
Dude,
not free money.
You guys
However,
change your gender whenever you want.
there is, of course, an alternative creative way of utilizing this.
Mhm.
He has now signed himself into a fair bit of debt.
Mhm.
If we were to find one of his enemies, for example, that would stand to benefit greatly from him suddenly accruing a large quantity of debt.
See, now all I'm envisaging is the patriarch and the prince sat at a table, and Arch stood next to them, explaining to Rags I was about to fuck the prince.
I'm just looking up at my hands in my pockets and I look at the ceiling and just whistle.
See,
But
Arch,
obviously, I appreciate you speaking out of character.
Arch, you and I actually think the same. Like, I'm fucking
were you?
Saffron, you're fucking the prince. You know.
No, to be honest, though, Watch, like, what's the best thing you could expect to get from a different lord? Having your own fucking silver mining business that's being funded by a lord that's currently sitting with the patriarch is quite a good point to be at. You don't need to go somewhere better.
Yeah, or I could have my own silver mining business being funded without the prince owning any of it by simply selling the entire thing to somebody else.
But then someone else would be owning a lot of it.
Oh, don't worry.
That makes
I
me
am very
Rubbing his hands together there.
I want to see fan art of that Grinch smile, but it's Arch.
I completely randomly check my coin purse to make sure it's still there for no particular reason.
See,
Right, okay, well, if you've finished, he hands you the contract and says, "Well, good luck." And it's people seem to think that you should probably leave.
right, I'll take my small monetary nuke and leave.
Mm-hmm. Are you returning to the guild hall?
Guildhall? Yeah, well, we'll go back there.
Yeah, after having to have a short wait because Sir Smithson was in another meeting, he invites you again into his office. Sorry, Rags, you've got to wait outside.
It's stuffy in there anyway.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, this warm wooden paneled office that smells like it's like exotic scents. Yeah, terrible.
It's not the rooms that are stuffy.
Give me land, lots of land.
Yeah. But yeah, he asks you to sit down and sees the contract, approves, gets it all signed and co-signed and stamped and whatnot, and says, "Right, how would you like the money?"
We would like to keep it in the bank account for the moment, because I'll have to shop around for experts.
Mm-hmm. He says that's fine. He opens the door, reaches in and pulls out a kind of golden token and says, "Right, this is a token to show that you are currently engaged in business with the Merchants Guild as an affiliate lord of some kind."
And if you ever went in our chocolate factory,
But no, but this will give you quick access to the city. If you show this to the guards, they'll just let you in with no questions.
An affiliate token. I got one of those from Twitch.
good job.
Yeah, so did I.
Right, we will be keeping this very, very, very carefully.
Oh, Arch, can I make a suggestion?
Probably not.
Okay, all right then.
I have a mild complaint.
Mm.
Actually, it's not a complaint, right? But it's something to note.
comment.
Yeah, it's fine, right? But this D&D campaign is actually literally becoming Tropico, and now it's probably a good thing in terms of material value in the world, but 3 or rather 4 of the party are going to have almost nothing to do if we just do this for the next few sessions.
I don't know, man. It sounds like you could be whipping a lot of slaves during this sort of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very just crusade to me.
Yeah, Sargon just started to say this is gay.
Well, it's
I would be okay doing this for a couple sessions, but I would be happy to see a lot of macro management going on to expedite this process.
Well, I think it's important to note that you haven't actually pacified the island. You've just made sure that the people there aren't against you. It's still a wild island, and it's still quite large. So, I mean, you haven't even seen the silver mines yet. The silver
This still sounds like Tropico, though.
Oh, Sargon, you made it on Business Insider. There's an article about you that just came out.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Also, you were on Fox News recently, and Joe Rogan just talked about you too for about half an hour.
I think
All
JF is
during the
currently
stream.
streaming about you.
And I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
And sadly, none of us will benefit from this media attention because Sargon never puts our channels in the description.
I don't want to be associated.
Send me links to your channels. I'll put them in the description. Shut up.
Yeah.
But right, okay. Right. I suppose that'd be it. And he gets up and shakes your hand.
Right. Well, we're again. You'll have to think on how micro and macro we should do this because this will be a whole little system.
Arch, you should probably make a point of showing him your coat of arms or your wax seal or whatever it is, because you're probably going to have messengers delivering money, and he's going to need to know that it came from you.
Blazoned on my fucking chest.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously he would have, when doing the actual sort of like bureaucracy of it, he'd have taken an impression of his signet ring and all that sort of stuff. So
I guess I could have asked at the Merchant Guild if they recognize the signet ring that I found on the island.
maybe.
That might be a good idea, actually, Arch. There might be some backstory there that could be relevant to the mine. Probably not, but might be worth checking.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, we have to come back to the city tomorrow anyway to deal with V in his zone of truth. So we could do it then, I guess.
The magic circle of love.
Arch, that's a terrible channel URL.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
We
I can't be
we all-
fucking bothered.
You're going to make sure
Don't
that
worry
everyone
about
that visits
sending
it
it
disables
right now.
polymer.
Send it to me later. But anyway, are you guys leaving or what?
Well, we already rented out this inn. Let's stay the night, and then we can stay the night in the town, I guess.
Sure.
V, send a message to one of your guys being like, listen, we're only gone for a day. Don't ransack the camp.
That's going to work.
I told
only
them
one.
when we were left that we left for a day, and I put Fenric in charge.
Okay. No, everyone came with us. Fenric and Martin and Bartholomew to make Arch look good.
Yeah, in
at
fact,
swearing
you
in
guys
someone.
have to pay 3 more silver for rooms. I forgot about that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go back to the camp.
Right, okay, you can do that.
Because I am apparently the one who has to babysit these fucking followers.
Aren't they your, like, peasants?
I never fucking accepted these little shits.
Well, Lord Arch, I think maybe it's time.
Got to be a lord of something.
Yeah.
Child benefits time, Arch.
Well, I already paid.
The alimony's due.
The 4 of us already paid for rooms, so you might as well stay. Arch, you're going to go back to the camp by yourself?
Yes, I haven't paid for rooms, and there is a dire need to actually get the camp in order.
Okay. All right. Right, okay, well, you guys can stay in the city and Arch can go back.
Mhm.
Is there anything you guys want to do in the city?
Please, God, no.
Well, why not? You're here. If not, why are you staying?
I mean,
Just
I
to
already
wait
searched.
till the next day.
I already searched to shop, and I got a pretty good staff. If you guys want to look for weapons, I guess you could do that. But otherwise, I think we're good.
I think you already you already searched for the mastercrafted longbow and they didn't have one. So
Yeah, but you guys can roll your own searches if you want.
Yeah, I might as well. Yeah. Let me go ahead and do that. I guess that's investigate. Can I use investigation?
Yeah.
Or perception?
Investigation. Very good.
Nice.
Balancing out for Archer's rolls.
Well, actually, I mean, I only have 9 gold, or essentially 10 gold on me. So
Yeah, you do find a particular a boyer shop that specializes in fine longbows and 500 gold pieces a bow.
Jesus,
ooh, jeez.
that's way more than a mastercraft.
Than a piece of wood, yes, that's
And
right.
a stick, yes, it is. Yeah, but mine's a stick with rope. So
And it bends.
yeah,
But longbows have to be made in a specific way. But
yours is a stick. Mine's a stick thrower.
yes,
And
but
I
it's
was
a really good bow.
I'll just drool over it and lick my lips, and 500's a bit too much for me.
yeah. We're not,
It's worth a look. That's a bit much.
if it was like 40, I would have helped you out. I would have been like, yeah, here.
Yeah, but that's a bit much. I'll thank him and I'll leave.
Yeah, it sucks. I could only afford 10 of those.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I'm
Uthor.
kidding. I'm
Can we
kidding.
buy 45,000 gold's worth of longbows?
Oh, yeah. Brilliant
That'd
investment.
be nice.
Right. Well, is there anything else you're doing, or is Lord Arch going back to the camp?
I think we're good. V, do you want to shop or anything, or Isla?
No,
If he
sure
wants
you
to
wanna
shoot
shop, Vic?
himself.
I want to go to the magic party.
Okay, let's rest up in the inn.
Okay. Right.
I
Arch.
assume. Oh, I don't want to get fucked here. Does
Actually-
the inn have a place we can put our cart safely and our horses?
Yes, you can find somewhere safe to.
A
Can
parking
I do
lot?
a, can I
Okay,
do a
very
quick
good.
investigation
in
for
fact, it'll be a gold piece a night to put the cart and horses.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, well, good. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Wait. So 2 silver for a room, 1 gold.
No,
One
one
silver.
silver for a room, but 1 gold for the cart and horses.
All right. Here's your
And your
gold.
only
Let's see,
reason for staying because
I
why?
don't want to sleep in a tent tonight, Arch.
I don't know. I just got the room for an inn to speed things up. Want to go to the magic circle
Right.
party?
Arch, you get back
That's
to
your
the
circle party.
I still want to do shopping.
Right. Order. Arch, you get back to the camp at about midday. It's still a shitty camp. A few ditches have been half dug.
Okay, well, I'm going to be starting to beat people then.
Okay. As you start wandering around, you notice that Bishop Stavron is there. He's trying to apparently help some sick people.
Ooh, tempting to stab V in the back.
Literally or metaphorically?
No, in this case, it'll be with words. Shouldn't though. Almost too cruel. Although, since a certain someone has foisted his fucking supposed followers onto me, damn tempting. Right, so I'll go over to Stavron and I'll greet him cordially.
Yeah, he gets up, brushes the dirt off his knees, and says, "Good afternoon, Lord Arch."
I would like to express my most sincere gratitude for your efforts here.
He just nods and says, "Well, it's just my religious duty. There's nothing to thank me for."
On the other hand, piss off.
Go on.
I'll ask him if there's if anything he could need in helping to alleviate the suffering of these particular individuals.
Yeah, he names 3 different types of weed that he thinks would have curative properties. That if he had, then it would be much better for these people.
Why doesn't he cast healing spells like normal people?
Is one of the weeds called the V?
How about the people in the inn?
The
Stay in
Veeds.
the inn. Go on, Arch.
I would like to offer him the services of some of the healthier members under the leadership of Bartholomew to try and get the camp to be able to acquire some of these things by themselves.
Right. Okay.
So he'll have some help in gathering these magical weed whacking things.
He said that would be most welcome. probably take a few days to find an adequate quantity. But if Bartholomew and a few of your lands wanted to go off into the woods looking with a couple of his monks, then that should be fine.
Lovely. Now we'll learn about medicinal herbs.
Okay.
I've got 3 artworks here if you want to see them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is the first one. It's the No Arch Party.
No arch party.
Aw.
I think it's when you were by yourself in the guild. And then I have 2 from Ritualist. Let me grab them quick. Arch's Negotiations. And then
Literally a mountain of silver. Yes.
and then here's Arch's SimCity campaign.
That's good.
Right, okay. So
Fuck, that's not a blast furnace. Whoever made this is an amateur.
the bishop says, right, okay, well, I'll send 2 of my monks over forthwith. If you'd like to arrange an expedition.
Who's
do
calling
indeed.
you?
I'll also inform him that I'll be setting up a small tent where we can gather the most seriously sick, and I will be taking over the running of the camp for the moment, instituting health systems. And any expertise he may be able to lend would be greatly appreciated.
Of course. I'll do everything in my power to help.
Suddenly with the NHS.
The immediate things is, of course, the digging of a latrine trench, which for some reason still hasn't been dug, so I'll have to oversee that personally.
Bartholomew says to you that he can find 4 healthy young men that can come with him, but he'll need a gold piece for supplies for the duration that they're gone.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll give him a gold piece.
Okay. He
That is
salutes.
the easiest by far I have ever seen Arch part with any money.
Me too. I couldn't believe
Because
that was
he's
so
doing
easy.
something that's useful for me and not directly damaging to something.
Yeah, you give him the gold piece and knock off, and he gets on with his job. He takes 4 of the young men and meets up with Bishop Stavron's 2 of his monks, and they go off into the woods.
Where they will have much, much fun, certainly.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be thrilling, wandering around the woods in the wet, just looking for weeds.
The other thing is we need to designate a specific area for washing and one for drinking, so we can't take water from the same area for obvious bloody reasons.
Right. Okay. Well, who are you getting to administrate?
That would be what? I sent Bartholomew off now, so that'll
Yeah.
be Matthew.
Martin.
Okay.
Martin? Matthew, you pleb.
Oh, I have it written down as Martin.
It's Martin.
Yeah, no, it is Martin. Yeah.
That's because you're all wrong. Matthew. So Matthew will take care of that.
Right. Okay.
Whilst I will personally direct the digging of the latrine trenches. You wouldn't think I'd have to oversee that myself, but you would be wrong.
Yes, you would be. Right. Okay. So let's see. You've got 19 healthy people, and 4 of them have just gone. So you've got 15 healthy people of various ages, most of them fairly young though, who can be corralled into doing the necessary work. They have to use improvised tools because you don't have any picks and shovels or anything.
That's another thing on my shopping list, by the way, which I still haven't received a price for.
1 gold piece for a shovel.
Okay. In which case, I'll instruct... I can't trust these fuckers, though. I'll go find V's butt boy, who's apparently done absolutely 0 useful things.
Fenric is at the camp, yeah.
Yep. I'll instruct him to go purchase shovels and pickaxes.
How many?
Let's say 4 of each should be enough.
Okay. So you give him 8 gold pieces.
Yes.
Okay. He says, right, I'll be back in a few hours, my lord. And he leaves.
Someone in the super chat has done a calculation on how long this business venture is going to take to pay off. They reckon it's just over 10 years.
That's amazing, considering they haven't the faintest quantity of the amount of silver.
Yeah, but it depends on the rate.
Reminds me of you.
You're also assuming that there's enough there to pay back the loan in the first place.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that is why I literally asked the question: Is it subsurface? Is it subsurface? Is it above? Is it lying around? And apparently, there are literally rocks on the surface.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know how mineralogy works, but if there's literally silver in the degree that it's lying on the fucking surface,
Nah, this is what happened, right? Someone went out there and dropped some silver coins.
Well, at the end of the day, if it turns out to be not a profitable thing, he can just sell it and then leave, can't he? So
Yeah, just get his face resewn, and then we'll be able to avoid the debt, maybe.
yeah,
oh,
Well,
don't worry, Uzulu, it's not your debt.
yeah,
That is certainly true, and I'm not worrying specifically because of that fact.
right. Anyway, sorry, Arch, what were you doing? You were getting Fenric to go get the things, right? Okay, yeah.
Yes. While he's there, I'd like to inquire into the price of seeds also. Barley and beans in particular for the potential ventures on the island.
Yeah, a gold piece for a field's worth.
Ooh, that is pretty fucking cheap.
Yeah, that is a bit too cheap, isn't it? Say 10 gold pieces.
No, we say 1.
No, we'll say 10.
On the subject of money, though, it is 10 silvers make a gold piece, not 100.
I thought it was.
No,
We've been
it's-
doing 100 this whole time, though.
Well, then we'll
it-
keep doing 100. Goddamn.
All right.
Arch, you may want to do the shopping in the city. It's going to be cheaper in here than out there.
Well, no, because the price just went from 1 to 10, so I think this is entirely arbitrary.
All prices are.
Well, the
arbitrary.
the prices are arbitrarily higher in the market for the Crusade. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just checking for the price. I'm not purchasing.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do until Fenric gets back?
For the moment, that'll do. The latrine trench is the most important thing, and the designation of the water, gathering of the plants. That's what we'll be able to do now with the current manpower.
Right. Okay. Yeah. After an hour and a half or so, Fenric comes back with the requested equipment, and you can hand it out and get people digging.
Right, good.
Okay. They spend the afternoon digging. The latrine trench to your express command. I mean, you have got your whip, haven't you?
I do have my whip.
Yeah. I suppose you're not going to whip them.
Not unless they stop working.
Right. Okay. Well, they work. They also start complaining that they're hungry.
That's wonderful. We still have food around here somewhere, don't we?
No, I think V has to make food every day.
What about the rations? We
It's
have
all on the,
several
it's all on
days.
the cart.
It's all on the cart.
It's on the cart back in the city.
Oh, lovely. Okay, well, I'll get Fenric to go get food for them too then.
Yeah, I don't know, like 5 gold pieces worth of rations will feed the entire camp.
Yep, we'll get that.
Okay.
That sounds like a lot more than it was last time when we bought a whole bunch. I'm just
Probably
looking
is. But for some reason, the cart isn't in here anymore, so.
Let me just... Because you had me buy... I have 3 days worth of rations for the whole camp left on the cart, and it didn't cost that much to get them. Let me see here. Let me quickly find it. Yeah, it costs 5 silver for 1 day's worth.
Yeah, but that's for one person, isn't it?
Yeah, but for 40 people, how much would it be?
Oh, yeah, I suppose it's 100 silver pieces for a gold piece now, isn't it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, 20 people. Well, no, how? That's 20. No, 40, 40 people. Sorry.
Yeah. So for 1 day, that's only what? 2 gold?
That's 200 silver. Yeah, it's 2 gold. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 2 gold then for a day's worth of food. But, I mean,
Oh,
do you
yeah,
not just get 1 day's worth of food?
Well, because the food is going to be brought back
Yeah,
eventually, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Also,
you can give me 2.
We've what else is in the camp? What else do we have?
Just some rickety tents.
Okay, well, the rickety tents will. Do people have bedrolls? Their own personal stuff?
No, most of them are using rags.
What?
Oh, someone in the chat is stating that my 3 days calculation was based on having 80 people, but now we have 40 at 6 days. So we can stretch that out a bit.
Okay, well, we're going to have to buy them some more stuff, but... Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna have to make a list for this because nobody else can be bothered. So I'll get on that.
Okay.
Let's do it in the town though when you come back tomorrow, Arch, because it's going to be cheaper, a lot cheaper.
I mean, like, 40 bedrolls is. No, let me see. What bedroll is.
Look, 1 gold for a bedroll.
Oh, there we go. It's quite expensive for a fucking bedroll, isn't it?
Yeah, and it'll be more expensive in the camp.
Yes.
So, if we're buying like camp stuff, we should probably do it in Pendley.
Right. Okay. Well, Arch.
I'm writing the list.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, somebody else do something while I take care of this.
Okay,
I'm going to drink.
Once you're finished.
I've been waiting for an hour for the magic circle.
These are literally your fucking people, which you cannot be fucking asked to deal with. So you're gonna fucking wait.
Would have been nice if the GM would have said, "Hey, by the way, what about your camp? Your character knows about this."
You know what this reminds me of?
You know about the camp, though.
No, I thought we were in another city with the patriarch. I thought that my camp, like we traveled a day in order to get to the thingy. Like I expected my camp was left behind. But you know what? Like it's fine. If you don't tell me, I don't know.
You know, this is like a kid who gets a puppy, right? And it's really amazing and wonderful at first, but now the parents have to take care of it because the luster's worn off, except instead of a puppy, it's a cult.
I was under the impression that we traveled for an entire day in order to get to a new place with the main cathedral and the patriarch and shit. And I thought that the camp is one day, away from us. But apparently there's time travel now, and Arch managed to travel one day into the past in order to get to the camp.
Well,
I don't know
it's
how
not
the fuck he did it, but
it's only like 2 hours to get from our camp to Pendley, isn't it?
oh, now I know. Yeah. But I didn't know this. I mean, we traveled one day last time in order to get to the patriarch. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Bilge.
So it's water under the bridge.
Well, anyway, the 4 of us are sleeping. Arch, I guess you're done for the night, aside from your...
Well, I mean, if there's nothing else you need to do, Arch, are you staying in the camp while they all see the patriarch, or are you going back to see them?
I don't really. There's way too much to do in the fucking camp, really.
Yeah, I mean, you can stay there and just continue to get it in order.
Yes.
So the tents are well arranged, things cleaned, like the disgusting slop is removed.
Yeah.
People.
I'll do that. I'll see to the camp.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So V starts to come towards sundown, and I'm going to get another cup of tea. Ha!
I just left my game, you asshole.
How is Path of Exile going for you, V?
It's I managed to almost finish Act 1, so it's going great.
Right. Okay. But right. So blue balls aside, just. I'll be 10-15 minutes. Sorry for the wait.
Let's get him in trouble with Jack Conte.
Arch, do you want me to?
I think it's too late for that.
Arch, do you want me to put your shopping list in the cart text or something?
No, I'm not done making shopping list yet.
Okay.
Buy shirts. Merch.easily.net.
I would say sign up to my Patreon, but I'm kind of disgusted with it at the moment. So use your best judgment. Donate to my PayPal. That's fine. So
in the meantime, maybe you should.
God, he's still here.
Yeah, I am actually still here. I'm about to go. I'm just rolling a cigarette. In the meantime, it might be worth discussing like how you're going to get your mine built. How what like
oh my God,
what your plan to actually get this thing built is.
I already have literally all of that written. I've been asking how much details you want so far.
No, look, you're asking for the pedantic details that you won't need. What you need to think about is who are you going to have to speak to? What kind of people are you going to have to find?
Well, I'm sure there's like construction guilds and miners.
Dwarves.
Sargon, this is boring
we'll
for
find
the
something
rest
to
of the
do it.
players. Macromanage this shit. Jesus.
Can we just
Christ.
do one dice roll for the entire 10-year
Yes,
operation? And then
please.
continue going off that?
It's like, well, that sucked. You
Well,
suffer
if you
10
want-
years of
One.
awful
Like, look, Sargon, if you
misfortune.
want, you can have a whole session with you and Arch. Like, just schedule one session with you and Arch, and you can go through all of these things. We don't have
No,
to be...
I'm sorry. That's not how D&D works, mate.
Yeah, but then play D&D properly, because D&D is not Tropico either.
Okay, but why are you blaming me? I'm not the one saying you have to build a silver mine there.
He always pussyfoos this shit, right? Like,
What
he
do you mean?
pushes it.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
what
I'm
she
going
said.
to take out a 45 grand loan. Well, okay then. It's like, Carl, this is your fault. Well, how is this my fucking fault?
Because you're pushing for it. It's like, oh, there's a silver mine. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
God
Wait,
help, we follow the DM's campaign.
It would be easier for me if you didn't set up a silver mine, but you've just signed the contract now. So
any normal GM would be like, you're talking with the guy that will set it up for you. It costs this amount of gold. Like, okay, shake hands, roll the dice, and that's it.
yeah, and look what happened to your refugee camp.
Well,
This
yeah, but
is
that's
why
not
I'm
normal
going
GM.
to micromanage the fuck out
That's
of
that's
this.
what we call in Romania a wanker GM.
But V, you literally sailed away for 2 weeks and didn't leave any contingency for them. What do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, that's right. Next time I'm going to split out with the party. It's be like, you're living for 2 weeks? Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't come.
See, it's
I have
everyone's
responsibilities.
fault but V. It's
Well, no,
everyone's fault but V.
And then V can just play
Just,
part
like,
of
set
of the
up
entire
like-
stream.
Like before you leave, you just leave some instructions, leave a note for what they have to do.
I did.
Set up
yeah, you
some
did.
food.
I'll be back.
Yeah, and not to mention there were some artists that dragged that session like a motherfucker. I think you spent like 3 hours shopping to the point where I was like, you know what, let's just go. I don't fucking care, just go.
I do want to do
Get
some more
the
shopping,
fucking
actually.
shit. Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, maybe that bow is on sale now.
Like, I swear to God, my character will actually murder you in your sleep. I have a cold. I have a fucking cold. Like, they will... it's going to be
Fucking
like the children of
Rasputin
the
over
corn.
here.
Yeah, I'm going to send the children from the cult in order to kill you in your sleep.
Just words, V. I'll believe it when I see it.
That sounds like manifest observable behavior to me.
Don't piss me off. I'll roll the dice for it.
Roll for murder.
Jack's gonna roll a fucking 20 to ban your ass.
You think Stephen King knows how to write? Oh, wait until you see me get the children involved.
Oh god, he's killing younglings.
No. The younglings are going to kill you. It's going to be like with the cool music from the Children of the Corn as well.
Wow, quite the turn of fates there. Not just the men, the women and the children too.
You've not seen Children of the Corn, have you?
I didn't even hear you mention it.
Well, you're going to experience it then.
I don't have any particular affinity towards corn.
Yeah, Google Children of the Corn.
I love corn.
No.
Rags, you need to Google Children of the Corn as well. 'cause
I'm aware of the children of the corn, but I
Mm.
just like corn.
Yeah, well, the Children of the Corn, they more than like corn, they worship the corn.
Well, I don't like children, but I do
Waste
like
of time.
corn.
Well, the children don't like children either. They like he who walks behind the rose.
Sounds like they're wasting their time with some childish bullshit.
No,
Sounds
it
like
was
a cult to me.
Yeah, it was a cult, and they killed all the adults in the town. And
Yeah.
whenever a kid would reach the age of 18 or 16, how long was it? They would have to sacrifice themselves to he who walks behind the rose.
I don't even see how this is relevant. You don't have children in your cult.
How do you know?
Because Sargon hasn't said you do.
Well, he didn't say I don't either. Like, why do you assume?
Why do you assume you do?
Because he didn't say I don't.
I don't think that's a good enough reason.
Look at the immigration crisis. Every single time you see immigrants on television, they have children. So therefore, where did I get these people from? Immigration
should.
crisis.
Maybe there should be children in the group, but he's never intonated anything to the effect that there are. We've
Look,
always
if
just assumed that
CNN, if CNN does a coverage of my cult, there's going to be children in there, right? Because they're refugees. Like, I guarantee.
That's true because they qualify as children if they're refugees.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true. I guess legally speaking, your cult is all children.
Of course, and women.
Which makes it a little more creepy.
It's just women and children.
We're going to
does
go on
that
a
mean-
children's
Look,
crusade.
look at the camp, the caravan that's coming to the United States. Every time you see pictures, it's just children.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know-
a children's crusade. It's
They
fine.
walked a long way, all those children.
But What if the Children Crusade wasn't actually children, but was like
Yes.
the scribes of that era describing them as such?
I think they were actually children.
So,
I
Vinny, if your
think-
culture is all children, does that make you corn?
I think the scribes were peddling fake news back then.
And it still happens today.
To be honest, if you look at the a lot of history from medieval times, it's so much gossip and rumors.
Yeah.
There was probably one scribe that was called the Ralph retort that he was writing out of his ass.
People have a very idealistic vision of the past because only the rich could afford to be remembered.
That is correct. Yeah, like you don't get the poem of the lowly peasant, you know.
Feudalism's a hell of a drug.
Well, you know, as the prophet, I say that you're all my children.
Don't say that in front of the patriarch.
That is correct. Yeah, I should say it. But once I get the, you know, once I get the actual resurrection spell, I could just resurrect the old patriarchs and the old saints and shit like that, and then I'll have all the power.
I mean, they will be a little bit deteriorated.
No, it's actually like true resurrection. Like they properly come back to life.
Well, I guess it's no more fucking overpowered than summoning a literal cathedral.
Well, yeah, but you have to understand those are like last level spells, like level 9 and level 8.
Yeah.
It's end game shit.
Well, I can summon a horse or a spider right now, so get fucked.
Well, I wasn't upset about the ability of summoning a spider. It was just not the theme of the paladin, is what I'm saying.
Oh no, it is if my paladin. People keep saying that. It's a conquest oath paladin.
It's basically like me being able to summon demons. It like doesn't make sense.
You literally did that once.
No, but it's not my spell. Okay, it wasn't my spell.
It definitely seemed like you were doing it.
All
what
you know
mean.
is that I opened the book.
Yeah, I think we've been able to infer a bit more than that. Yeah, someone in chat's pointing out that V, your spells can deal necrotic damage instead of radiant.
That is correct, yeah. But only if I have evil alignment.
I thought you had been doing that with the touch spell. I thought that was necrotic damage.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah. But if you have like evil alignment, I think your healing spells can do damage rather than heal.
Okay. Someone's saying that V gets a spell that lets him conjure Pegasi and unicorns. I think that's probably just the next level of the Find Steed spell that I can also get. But maybe not.
No, I don't have that many interesting spells. Compared to other spellcasters. Like if you look at the shit the wizard or the sorceress does, like Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I can do low-level shit like, you know, spread the water like Moses, flood the plain. But
just low-level biblical miracle shit.
yeah, it's pretty much like Jesus. And also travel to heaven.
Of course. Yeah, low-level stuff.
And bring the prophet from heaven onto earth.
Yep.
But other than that, not much.
Chat is saying you are evil alignment, V. I was under the impression that you weren't.
There's no alignments in this campaign. It's just whatever, I guess. Okay, do we actually know what we're doing when Sargon comes back?
Never.
Finishing
I
his
don't-
beer.
I don't want to bum around anymore. So I guess the next thing we do, because V, you want to do your circle stuff, right? And Uzlu, you should probably bring your ring to the
Oh
to the
god.
guild. I mean, if Uzlu and Rags go to the guild, they'll recognize Rags as working for Arch. You can say, "Listen, we also got to get this ring identified. Do you guys know what it is?" V and I can go to the cathedral as the holy men. I think we should probably get things underway.
Sure, that sounds good.
Yeah, when Sargon gets back, Arch is going to do one roll, and it's going to have to be a good roll, Arch, not another crit fail, for the next 10 years of silver mining, and then we can keep playing.
What the fuck is that?
Is that your vibrator?
Oh my god, that's my refrigerator. Holy shit.
Is it actually running away on you? Yeah, and I guess Archie will just keep shaping up the camp while we do these things.
Yeah. Oh, I'm working on getting the camp in order.
There we go. Jeez,
Okay.
that's loud as fuck.
Because yeah, I don't know. I don't want like just campaigns worth of us sitting in an inn.
We need range damage, and then here we are sitting in an inn.
Hutch just fucking turns up for the sessions and we're all playing video games.
Yeah. That's interesting. PUBG is up to 68% positive. It used to be below 30.
Wow. They have actually been working on performance and bug fixes.
Yeah, I might actually give it a shot.
No, I definitely recommend it for a while if you haven't played it.
I haven't played it in a while. I used to play it a bit when it was like newer, but then I just stopped. But it looks like apparently they've really been doing a lot of work to it.
Let me know if we want to play it together at some point.
Sure. Shit, Miscreated is finished. Daisy's finished. Miscreated's finished. 7 Days to Die is just about finished. Man, we're hitting some strides here. Discordia has been playing a lot of RimWorld, so
So have I.
probably get that.
Yeah, she introduced me to it. She's currently on the opposite side of a wall from me, probably still playing it. I've been playing quite a lot of it myself.
Gosh. What else? All sorts of shit. I gotta do Dark World or Darkwood.
Darkwood's really good. I've been playing that.
I've played it about, let's see, how far? I've played it a bit. I got about an hour and a half, and so far it's pretty nifty.
So you get the whole idea of like the mushrooms and the wood.
about
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I just started, but so far it's very, very creepy. I don't know how a top-down flash game looking thing can make me so afraid.
Well, it's because the nights, man. Like running around during the day doesn't really matter so much. It's not that creepy. But then running around at night, or just even just staying in the house at night, is fucking terrifying.
Let's see.
I found that you know when you get your first level up and you put the mushrooms into the vial or whatever.
Yeah.
It forces you to take a negative perk that makes nights more dangerous. I've actually found that if you can keep your mushrooms from decaying and not level up with them right away, you can actually spend 2 nights without that negative perk and just survive with no light. So you save a lot of gas that way.
Has anyone played Mechanicus yet? Because
Have you even heard of it?
It's pretty positive. Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. It's a turn-based strategy game.
We've literally got Arch Warhammer right here, and he's silent on the issue.
Yeah, no, I'm not covering that for personal reasons. I'm not going to go too much into it, but the devs pulled a real cunt move on me, so I'm ignoring it.
Yeah, what they do?
Okay, but I don't know.
No, I don't want to start drama about it, but they did something to me which I was very much so not happy about. So
You're going to tell us off air, right?
I could tell you in private, but I don't want to start drama around it.
Well, somebody had wronged me, but fair enough.
From
I
a
think
scale
someone's
of
at my
1 to
door.
Dick, from a scale of 1 to Dick, how cuntish were the devs to you?
Oof, solid 8.
I'll be back, guys.
Yeah, that's what Sargon said. Chat wants to know, Arch. Inquiring chat wants to know.
Yeah, I'm not interested in screwing them for it. I'm just not gonna, work with them.
Who are you not working with?
Nothing. Just some drama.
Fair enough.
Don't buy Mechanicus, the devs are a dick to Arch.
Okay. Yeah, right. V. Sunset rolls around.
Hello. Right. Well, I guess I'll go to my meeting.
Okay. You go down to the cathedral. You are met by another young man with a shaven head, and he asks you to come with him.
This is
I'd
where
like
the
to
fun
go with
begins.
V, if you don't mind, Sargon.
It's not a knob to me who minds.
Okay, well,
You can,
I'll come along.
You can come with me, heretic. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we
Don't
talked.
just openly refer to me as heretic.
Jeez.
I mean,
Well,
we are examining your bishop for heresy, which
Well,
you served under. I mean,
we talked about it over the break, and V and I are doing this. Uzlu and Regs are doing the ring, so I'll come with V.
I think that was something you talked about over the break.
Regs agreed.
I agreed with it. That seemed reasonable to me.
just so you know, I'm not going to lie to the patriarch, though.
That's fine, but I'm not a heretic. I have
Well,
broken
not on
ways
this
with
matter.
Bishop Stavron.
So wait, V, you're not willing to lie to the patriarch. So if he asks you if you've been using magic,
No,
I
you're not
think,
going to do that correctly.
Anyway.
Let's be honest here, V. That particular ship has sailed.
All right, before I go, hold on. Before I
Okay.
go, I want to cast on myself.
Sure.
What is it?
it's
It's
the truth on yourself, and it'll be a lot more fun.
enhance ability, so that I get the bonus on charisma spells.
Yeah, okay, because that's what you needed. Carry on.
Yeah, and
Great.
then
Go on and put it in the chat zone. Oh yeah.
Are you doing that like in the inn before we go?
yeah, I'm now becoming a CNN news anchor. I'm expert in bullshitting. I've become JF when talking to the Wall Street Journal.
Right. Okay. So concentration up to an hour. Okay, that's fine. Right. Okay. You go to the cathedral. The shaven-headed young man invites you in and takes you to the patriarch's private quarters, which are quite nicely decorated and quite spacious. And in there's the patriarch and 3 other monks that you're not familiar with, but they're not monks from Bishop Stavron's abbey.
Obviously.
Yeah, you can tell that by the clothes and the insignia they wear. And the patriarch says, please come in. So what do we need to provide you with in order to show us a demonstration of this?
Nothing. The way the miracle works is that I will simply usher a prayer, and the prophet will provide the circle. People in the circle can attempt to resist, and if they manage to resist, then I will have to cast the miracle again. If they don't resist, then they will not be able to lie. They will be unable to perform any lie.
Yeah, just out of character, you mean when you say resist, they get a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They can choose not to take it. You should probably
Of course,
mention that.
yeah. Of course.
If anyone chooses to resist the blessings of the prophet, I will know. I will announce your holiness, and I will have to cast the spell again. But hopefully no one will choose to resist the prophet's blessings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, he says, please demonstrate. And one of the monks goes out of the room through a side door and comes back with a disheveled-looking peasant.
Very well. I performed the miracle.
Okay. An area in the center of the room starts glowing. The monks order the peasant into the circle. The peasant, very nervous looking, goes in and falls to his knees and says, please, my lord, I didn't do anything. The patriarch asks him, did he steal from whatever he's accused of?
The church.
And I suppose it would be, did he steal from the church?
Did he hide his tithe to the church?
Yeah. So, what's the saving throw on that?
8 plus hold on.
Wasn't it 15 last
Yeah.
you did it?
I think it was, yeah. So it's 8 plus my charisma, which is 4, that's 12, plus the proficient bonus of 3, that's 15. Yeah.
Right, that's pretty good. Okay, the peasant tries to resist, but ends up blurting out how he stole the tithe money so he could go gambling. And the patriarch looks at you and says, well, did he resist?
No, he is telling the truth.
That's not what he asked.
Yeah, he did resist. He just failed to.
I told the patriarch he attempted to resist, but the power of the prophet was greater than the power of his spirit.
So you think he's telling the truth?
Yes.
The patriarch nods and just snaps his fingers, and the two monks pick up the peasant from under each arm and take him out of the room. And the peasant starts screaming, "No, no, I did it! I did it! I couldn't help myself."
Well, that's a life you earned.
The patriarch snaps his fingers again, and the monks bring in another peasant, this time a woman, and the patriarch says, "You've been accused of prostitution. How do you plead?" And I guess she'll make her saving roll. She fails. She says she admits. The patriarch again follows the same procedure. He snaps at the monks. The monks take her out, and she again starts crying and condemning herself even more as she goes.
Man, these witch hunts are remarkably accurate. These churches are bringing anyone that's actually innocent.
Yeah. Well,
you sure know how to pick them.
Well,
I actually tell the prophet, Your Holiness, it seems that the Inquisition is doing a very good job with the prosecution.
That's true. The patriarch snaps his fingers again. The third old man is brought in, and he is accused of soliciting prostitutes. And he pleads that he didn't. And he seems to have resisted your spell, and yet still pleads that he didn't.
Yeah, I looked at the prophet. It's like, well, he is telling the truth. He did not solicit.
How do you know he's telling the truth? He managed to resist your spell.
Oh, I thought you said he attempted and didn't resist. Okay.
No. He manages to resist the effect of the spell.
Yeah, I told the prophet that he fought the blessings of the prophet, and he managed to resist them. I'll have to cast the spell again.
Resisting the prophet's pretty much automatic heretic, though. I mean, come on.
I do point out that to His Holiness. I do think it's a transgression to try to resist the blessings of the prophet.
The patriarch's just looking at the man and says, "I agree." Take him and interrogate him. And the man is taken away.
Just going to ask you some questions.
Yeah, the patriarch says, "Right.
Why don't you have a seat right there?"
I'm still not convinced that this is working, although I have to say I don't know why they would so readily confess to crimes that are remarkably sinful.
May I have a suggestion, Your Holiness?
Yes.
I could ask you to enter the circle and ask you to say a lie, and if you manage to say a lie, then clearly it would not be working.
I'm going to cast magic on the patriarch.
He says, "I'm obviously not going to do that."
Well, then, Your Holiness, why not ask one of your most trusted advisors to do that? I'll simply raise 4 fingers and ask him to say that I have raised 5.
That's a fucking 1984 reference right there.
He nods and points to one of the monks, and the monk walks into the circle, and he nods at you, and you hold up 4 fingers. And what are you saying to him exactly? Sorry.
Yeah, I ask him to say that I have shown 5 fingers rather than 4.
And tell him not to resist.
Yeah.
No, you're telling him to resist, surely.
No, the idea is the zone has to work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I basically ask him to lie. So I hold 4 fingers, and I ask him, say that I'm holding 5 fingers rather than 4.
Okay, but are you telling him not to resist it as well?
No, I told him to resist if he wants to.
Right, okay. He successfully resists.
I told the patriarch that he managed to resist the spell, so I'll have to cast it again.
Okay.
Why?
What's this about spells?
Why?
Just ask him not to resist.
I think he gets like an immunity from it from 24 hours or something whenever you resist a spell, isn't it? All that sort of stuff.
No, it says that until the spell ends, a creature, blah, blah, blah. On a fail save, a creature can't speak deliberate lies. You know whether which creature succeeded, blah, blah, blah. An affected creature is aware of the spell. No, it doesn't say that he gets any.
Right, okay.
It's just that I can recast it.
Well, I mean, you can recast it if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. You cast the spell again. The monk walks into the spell effect again. And he resists it again.
Well, I asked the patriarch, I asked the bog not to resist it again because I'm really tired, but we could do this until.
There are 2 other monks, V. You can always ask one of them
Yeah,
to
I
do it.
can ask for all the bogs. I
Well,
told them-
the patriarch just holds up his hand and says, "Well, I see. So this does work, but it has to be people of a less, I suppose, people who are stupid."
No. It's the spirit. It's the amount of faith that they have. The
Weak spirit.
yeah, people
More
of weak
faith,
spirit.
the better they are at resisting. Are you
Right, and
sure that's a good idea?
he says to you, how in your opinion, Dev, how faithful is Bishop Stavron to the god?
Oh, asking me. That's right.
Yeah.
I am
Well,
here, aren't I? I've been
yeah,
I've been
and you
quiet
know
the whole
him.
time.
So.
Yes. What would my character know from before we started the campaign about Stavron?
Oh, well, I mean, you know, he's not a believer in the church, but he's certainly a believer in the religion as written.
I'll say that although I'm not personally all that fond of Bishop Stavron, I do believe that he's a believer in the religion, though not necessarily the church all the time.
His heart's in the right place.
Another accusation of heresy.
What he's asking you really though is like, how do you think that he's going to be able to resist V's influence?
Is he Martin Luther?
I tell the prophet, Your Holiness, no matter how strong the spirit, eventually everyone breaks.
Jeez.
Jesus, V.
God damn.
I would say that there is a good chance of him resisting it, I think.
Right. The patriarch nods and says, "Thank you both, gentlemen." And
Your Holiness, if I might intervene, no matter how strong the spirit, eventually everyone breaks. Can I try a persuasion on that?
if you want, he's probably not on the other side of that.
Let me see if I can find.
It would be a shame not
basically,
to.
it just might take a lot of time, but eventually everyone is going to break. 14.
Okay, well, he just says indeed. But thank you for your service, and if I require them, I shall contact you.
I take a deep bow and I leave.
Okay.
I would like to say before we go, might I ask you something, Patriarch?
What's that?
What's going to happen to the 3 people that V just interrogated?
I think that's rather above your station.
I'll simply quote something about forgiveness from the holy text.
Are you really going to make a theological argument with the patriarch in his own house?
Yes, because Dev is a fucking fanatic hardliner.
He is more Catholic than
He
That
is
is
an
the character that I'm
extremist.
playing. Yeah, that is the character I'm playing. Yes.
He is more
Every
Catholic
single
than
way.
Is
He's
your character may be a goody two shoes, but is he self-destructively moralistic?
Yes.
Yes.
He is an
okay,
extremist.
he's a free speech extremist, I would say.
That's
No,
amazing.
no, no. He's a religious extremist in the most
And
I
literal
agree with
sense
you,
of the
Arch.
word.
I completely agree with you, Arch. Right. Okay. So what sort of thing are you trying to say to him? Sorry.
just with a deep bow and all the deference I can muster, I will just quote something from the text regarding God's forgiveness.
What? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. But in what way are you trying to do this? As in, you will seek God's forgiveness, or you know that God will forgive you?
Well, just in reference to forgiving those 3 people, or maybe having like a lighter hand on them.
But so you want him
Wow,
to-
you already assumed the third one was guilty. Wow.
Well,
Jeez.
I have a feeling he might have been. Yes, at this point. Religion roll, everyone's saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to do what you're doing, then yeah.
To lecture the prophet on religion.
Yeah.
The patriarch.
Maybe you shouldn't have done.
Those 3 people are about to become 4, Dev.
Probably.
There's just the slightest crease crosses his brow before disappearing. He says, "Indeed, as you were."
I say the holiness. One last thing.
Yeah, maybe you should just go.
Yeah.
The other monks are ushering you out now.
I'll bow and leave, and that's it.
Yes, go.
What type of role would it be if I want to intervene? Like, just get one more suggestion in it.
Survival.
I'm already gone. I'm closing the door.
Wait. I just say, Your Holiness, I just thought of one thing. We can always ask Bishop Stavron not to resist, and if he has nothing to hide, he doesn't need to resist.
The patriarch is now dealing with something else. He just turns away from you.
Okay, thank you, Devo.
Evo sabotaged yet another party member. Basically all he does.
Right, okay. Right, you're back out into the streets of Penderley.
No, I'm gonna meet Arch at the local latrine, I guess.
I guess so. Right, you mean you're going back to the camp, yeah?
No, actually, I'm going to the Inquisition to summon food so that they can bring to the camp.
Well, it's going to be quite late by the time you get there.
And people are going to be quite hungry by the time I get there.
Uzlu and Regs, are you doing your ring thing?
Yes. First you watch it, then you die.
I guess I'll go back to the camp with the VU while you guys do that then.
So I assume this was happening at the same time as the patriarch meeting. Me and I guess Rags are going to go and investigate the ring with the signet ring we found on the island.
Sure. For the day leading up to it, yeah. Okay. Well, what would you like to do?
Well, I mentioned the possibility of going to the Merchants Guild and see if they know, since they deal with rings.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, we will visit and we will inquire, whatever that requires.
Right, okay, yeah, you approach the Merchants Guild, speak to one of the attendants, and they say, I'm afraid we can't give out that information.
Right. I don't suppose there's anything like an info broker in this city that we would know about.
Not
Might have to...
not off the top of your heads, obviously.
No.
You've never been there before.
Wait, isn't this Penderley?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Sorry, no, you have been there before. Yeah, both of you in fact have. Sorry, I thought you were Arch and V.
Well, my character has a
Oh,
background
boy,
of
ouch.
urban bounty hunter.
no. Well, it's they.
Would I have contacts?
Well, possibly.
I mean, it's up to you to tell me if I would.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you know people in the world, obviously, but you don't know if they're going to be here any particular time or whatever.
Well, can I pick one I think might be reliable to give information on this kind of thing and go and try to see them?
Yeah, I mean, well, you can go to if you mean go to a bar and hope people that you know are there. Yes,
I mean, we could try that, sure.
yeah, that's probably the easiest way. Sure. What skill would you like to use?
What are my options?
Honestly, I'm not
Investigation,
sure.
I
Let
guess?
me. Yeah, I mean, I assume it's going to be investigation, but there might be some other way. But it looks like it's just going to be investigation, doesn't it?
Oh, is there any charisma I can use?
Well, yeah,
I don't
that's
think
what I
so.
was thinking. You know. I guess you can just make a charisma check.
Would that be this?
Yeah.
Only 2 though? I thought it was supposed to be more than that. I have 5 on intimidation and deception.
You could go and intimidate or lie to someone about something if you want. Tell me where I can get X, or I'd beat you up. I mean, honestly, it's not like it's not going to have weight behind the threat.
Yeah, and this fucking glaive. You would not
Yeah,
believe how many heads I've
paladin.
chopped off on the same turn.
Yeah.
Is this really a paladin thing to do though?
It's not. I'm not actually doing it at the moment yet.
Right.
No, well, I guess does that roll actually go up to 20? Unfortunately, it does. So that was just a shit roll.
Yes, but yeah, you spend an hour in a pub and find nothing. What are you looking for exactly? Sorry.
We're just looking for anyone who might have
Anyone-
knowledge
Right. Okay.
of sort of history or these kinds of rings, and
Well, I
based
can
on
roll
the fact
too,
that-
can't I?
Well,
yeah.
you could go looking for, like, you know, some sort of legal expert or a scholar.
Yeah, is there? I guess we'd be looking for some sort of university or something,
Yeah.
or
I
a
mean,
library maybe.
Yeah, they have the library.
All right, I'll head to what are our options? Library, university,
They don't have a university, just a library.
Library should hopefully work.
library will do. We'll head to the library. and we'll not necessarily keep our voices down. Make
Good.
sure that V is still with the prophet.
Of course. Yeah, you can pay to get into the library. It's a copper piece just to go in.
Well, I think I can afford 1 copper.
Okay.
How is it? Is that for both of us or one each?
One
God, you're
each.
so cheap.
It's one each per person.
All right, and we're doing 10. How many coppers per silver
It's
in
100.
this
Yeah,
in this universe? All right.
I just based it on the World of Warcraft exchange rates. Perhaps that's a bad idea, considering D&D is older than World of Warcraft. I think.
Probably. Right, okay, yeah. I mean, you can go in there and you see lots of scholarly people, lots of reading going on.
All right.
People
Can I just
talking
do
in hushed
a
voices.
Can I do a charisma check to ask the relevant people?
You just go to the reception desk or whoever's at the
Yeah.
front, or
Yeah, you can find people who look like they work there.
Sure.
Yeah. The scholars there, and this, what is it you're looking for?
I'm looking for information on this signet ring.
Right. He points to a section on family histories, lineages, things like that, and says your information will just be there.
Oh, good. I have to analyze the information rather than getting someone else who's already analyzed it to tell me what they think.
You could always pay a scholar to do it for you.
Maybe. I'll try that if I'm not able to find the information reasonably quickly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. I will head over. What would be the role on reading about stuff?
Well, investigation.
All right. I have a -1, so let's hope this is a good roll.
Who's not a bookworm?
Not in this game, or actually in real life.
No. Okay, you spend an hour investigating books, but nothing obvious turns up.
Wow, what did the book roll? Jesus.
well, perhaps we should ask him if there's a particular expert in town who we could ask specifically.
Sure, we'll try that.
Or you
We'll
can,
go and
pay,
ask the
you can
librarian.
pay one of the resident scholars to do it for you.
All right, I'm assuming that we'll just have to pay and then wait for a while.
Yeah.
All right, we'll inquire about that.
Yeah. Well, any of the sort of like younger bookish men, like scholars who work there, and they say, yeah, you walk up to the first one, he's like, yeah, I can find out the family that this signet ring belongs to. It'll probably take about a week.
I see. Not equipped with the internet.
No, I'm afraid not.
And how much would you like in recompense for this job?
10 gold pieces.
I'll give you 8.
Okay. Do a haggle, a persuasion check.
All right.
Not bad.
Not for my standard.
Well, he rolled a 1.
Oh, great.
He says, actually, make it 6. It probably won't take that long.
This guy is a very poor negotiator.
Yes, he was.
I like him.
I do like him. Yes.
He has +5 honesty.
Yeah. No, he's an honest guy. I appreciate that, though it is going to hurt him. So 4. Yep, he has now 6 of my golds, and I suppose I'll give him the signet ring as well.
Yes.
Well, can I get his name?
His name's Simon.
Could I get a name that I could actually find him with?
He's Simon, a scholar at the library.
Do people not have second names these days?
He probably does. I just haven't given him.
Okay. Will I be able to find him again? Like if he runs off with the ring, I know it's unlikely, but if he runs off with the ring, will I be able to find him by Simon from the library?
Oh, yes.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember the name somehow. All right.
Maybe on the way out, you should let somebody else know that you've dropped off the ring with him, just so somebody else is aware.
I was just thinking that. Let's talk to the. I guess would the receptionist be?
Simon gives you a contract.
Oh, okay, that works too.
So
he
signs it, and you have to sign it.
Yep, I don't mind signing it.
I'll add my signature just for an extra name.
I mean, I'll do an investigation just to see if there's any small text there, but I doubt
No,
there is.
it's basically your text. It's
Okay.
just a guarantee that he'll do this.
He's got a
That's
+5 in honesty.
That's fine. All right. Yep. That seems like a simple operation.
Okay, he says we'll return in a week.
All right. I'll try to remember that.
I have some artwork. I'm going to show it off. Another of Arch's negotiations.
His blast furnace, I need one or two.
Right.
That is actually a blast furnace beer, which I'm happy with.
There we go.
I'm gonna, I guess, just so that it's stated, I assume that Uzalu and I are going back to the cult camp.
It's up to you guys. Where do you want to go?
Stop calling.
I mean, the Inquisition is a lot less dirty.
Let's go there.
Let's go back to our camp and rejoin Arch in shaping it up.
And I asked Uzalu to fill me in on the story of this ring and why it's so important and what he wants to know about it and all that. So
It might not be enormously important, but we found it on the island, and since we're going to essentially colonize the island, it might be relevant to know if there's any sort of history there that we need to be aware of. It's possible that someone already has a claim to it.
oh boy, that would make things interesting.
Yes,
Well,
it
if
would.
they're
which is
dead-
why I
That
was-
would make things very interesting.
Hmm.
If they're
Oh,
dead, it
boy.
wouldn't matter though, so it's fine because you found it in the.
They might have an heir.
Yeah, if they're dead, they might have relatives.
Yeah. Okay, so are you all heading back to the camp for the evening?
Yeah,
Sure.
I suppose so.
Yeah, with the carts.
Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh, you said cart. You said the C word.
Yes, let's go back and get the cart first of all. Arch, did you want us to do any of the cheap shopping here in town while we're here?
You have no idea what I'm thinking.
That's true.
V,
But-
send a message.
V, send a message so we don't have to come back to the town again.
I'm at the Inquisition.
I'm with you.
We're going to the Inquisition.
Okay.
We've already gone.
Right, okay, you guys, okay, right, yeah, you're going to the Inquisition to create food. Are you doing that?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I've brought the cart with us. I've gone back, got the cart.
You
Okay.
have the cart. I assume you're in control of the cart.
Yes,
I
I
assume
have the
you're
key to it.
driving the carts.
I'm driving it.
Yes.
I have my license.
You do. No, you don't. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody has a license.
I mean, I could always summon a horse to carry it for us, but a big
I'm pretty
black
sure
man is
you
just as
probably
good.
had the idea of license back then, like if you wanted to travel between towns or if you wanted to.
Well, you didn't need a license to drive a carriage, as far as I'm aware.
No, but I think you had the license to have a horse. Otherwise, you would be like a horse.
You
thief.
don't need a license to own a horse. It's an no.
Anyway.
Okay.
You got your horse license, mate.
Right, so you guys are going to the Inquisition camp, making food for the town, and then going back to the refugee camp.
Yeah, do I meet an inquisitor on the way?
You can go and find one if you want.
No, if it just happens that I bump into one.
Oh, well, no, it's late. Everyone is like,
You know, actually, hold on. I'll try to find one.
okay, well, I mean, which one do you want to go and find?
Inquisitor Bright seems to be the nice one.
Okay, yeah, you can go and find Inquisitor Bright. He's in his tent.
Yeah, your holiness.
Yeah, as you sort of knock at the tent, he says, "Come in."
I feel a little bit on edge considering that Bishop Stavron is always in my camp.
Why is Bishop Stavron always in your camp?
Good question. Why is a bishop spending time with peasants?
Or what's he doing there?
Apparently, he is healing the sick. I am unaware if he is trying to also
God, what an
indoctrinate the
asshole.
sick.
Yeah. Well, the Inquisitor Bright just says, "Well, what can we do about that?"
Nothing, but I just want you to know that I'm not in cahoots with him.
Okay, well, duly noted.
Also,
That's a great way to get someone to believe you, to tell them you're definitely innocent before they've even accused you.
Showing up at their tent in the middle of the night, going, by the way, I am not guilty of this.
In case you were going to accuse me,
Some
don't even
liars are
bother.
going to come and tell you some things.
Don't even
may I suggest someone puts some watch on the Inquisitor? I'll do my best, of course, to see if he tries to spread any heresy amongst the peasants. But
Okay, well, Inquisitor Bright just gets up and says, "Don't worry," and he starts ushering you out. So we have it under control. Don't
I
worry.
know. Yeah. Oh, well, one last thing, Inquisitor. I did have an interesting dream the other night. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's just any dream or something of prophetic meaning.
Oh, the randomness of it.
It's like, oh, I had this dream last night. You want to hear it?
The Inquisitor says, "Listen, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm awfully busy at the moment."
Yeah, very well. If you don't want to hear the prophecy, that's what you.
Some random breaks into your house and goes like, "Oh, by the way, I had a dream."
I'm innocent. Also, I had this crazy dream last night.
Right. So he just ushers you out and doesn't answer about your dream.
Yeah, very well.
Are you
think
going to
without
create the
your
food
charisma-
for the camp, V?
Yes, of course.
Right. Okay. I guess by about midnight you arrive back at the camp.
Yes, the state of it.
It's much nicer than it was before. Under Archer's leadership, it's actually really turning around, and you don't even recognize the place. All of the tents are now actually lined up in sort of order, and there's actual channels dug, and things are looking better than they certainly were before. Everyone is asleep. Obviously.
Did Arch have to roll for this success? Because I feel like if he does, it won't go so well.
I asked the people to wake up because
Don't-
there's
Wake up! I had this crazy dream, guys. Oh my goodness,
Hold
you'll
on.
never guess what I
Okay.
did.
Oh, by the way, I'm totally innocent.
actually I just wake up Fenric and the important people.
Fenric says, "What is it, brother?"
I want you tomorrow to give the order to the people to try to get back the ones that left during the Great Departure, the Great Heresy,
The great.
the Great Schism.
Okay.
Try to bring back the loose sheep that fled from the flock. Tell them that I'm back and things are now back in order.
He
like to
just
restore
sighs
your
and
mother.
says, "May I do it in the morning?"
Yes, of course. It's just important. Don't forget.
V, I also think we should probably somehow get the ones at, what was it called? Dorwin was the name of the town?
Yeah.
We should get-
Okay.
We should get the
And
excellent people from
hold
Darwin.
on,
Fix
Fenric, this is not
Could
why
you
I
not fuck it up again immediately?
This is not why I woke you up, Fenric. I woke you up to give you good news.
Oh, God.
What's that, brother?
You might see your wife again soon. We are planning. I'm trying to convince Lord Arch to go back to the town and bring the other refugees.
You've literally pulled this out of your ass.
I hope you have a lot of money with which to fly, Lord
Oh my
Arch.
god!
You know we're in the middle of this silver mine operation. Yeah, let's go the opposite direction for a few
You
weeks.
might see your family.
Doesn't Arch need good workers for the silver mine operation?
This is what I mean, V. You're like, oh my god, we're wasting time. Can we move on? By the way,
Right, look, V, all you need to do is go to sleep. Like, the food will keep till tomorrow. They've already eaten because Arch paid for it.
Yeah, but I told him that he might see his wife soon. I thought that he would be happy.
Well, I guess he is, yeah. I mean, he's like, well, that would be
Couldn't
nice.
have waited until the morning.
Yeah. Fenric, I have to wake you up to tell you about something you have to do tomorrow. Oh, by the way, you might see your wife again one day. Oh, go fucking go.
I have no reason to believe it'll actually happen either.
Anyway, have a good night. Get some rest.
I love the Lord Arch now.
Okay, Arch is asleep.
I'm going to sleep too. Fuck this.
I do
Good
not-
night.
I do not wake him up. I sleep next to him.
Don't we all have our own tents?
A shadowy figure watches you get into bed before stealing off into the night.
what do I need
Oh,
to
wait,
roll
so-
to
so
wake
hold
up
on.
and defend myself?
Did
Roll
somebody actually
perception.
watch us? Hold on. Did someone actually watch us get into bed tonight? Was there actually a real shadowy figure?
I think V's doing his own investigation of a ring.
I guess you'll never know, Dave. You weren't there. You'd already gone to bed.
I'm still awake in the middle of the camp, just watching random shit happen around me.
Okay. I assume the rest of you are going to bed and waiting till the morning.
I didn't know
Yes.
Lord Arch.
Yeah,
had
unless
taken
V
a,
wants to fucking tell me
butt
about his
boy.
dream or something.
Does Lord Arch have room for a third? Right. Yes, you wake up the next morning. Poorly rested, presumably. Arch, because you had V next to you.
I know what I'm doing straight off. I'm going to start cooking the food from last night.
They're not hungry. Arch fed them.
Well, it's the next day. We're having
Well,
breakfast.
no, I
right?
mean, like, they're not starving. I mean, you know, they're like, yeah.
Oh,
Useless money. I'll go beat the black man. Tell him to fuck off from the food.
Well, he
It's
is
my
the chef.
job to cook it.
Right.
Let's,
A
uh,
chef? What is a chef doing in the
Do you
kitchen?
have it to use whole person art?
Well,
Fine, I won't cook just yet. I'll do something else.
Nice, good. Okay, House
Actually,
Negro.
I want to have a conversation with Lord Arch. Like, I want the proper
go
audience.
away. I'm talking to the House Negro. You can be second. Ev,
Yes.
go to town and shop for me.
Do you mean Pendley or do you mean the camp?
Wherever is cheapest.
That's going to be Pendley, and I can't get in without your token, so you got to give it to me.
No?
Well, then I can't do it.
Fucking got out just fine. I'm sure you can get back in again.
Those are not the same thing.
I guarantee you, if I don't go there with some kind of marker that I'm working for you on behalf of the guild, I'm not getting in.
Oh,
You're gonna have
lucky.
an easy afternoon.
Here. Have this thing I cut off a dead man with the prince's mark on it. There you go.
Wait, what's that?
It's a piece of cloth I cut off the dead scout.
I don't think
that's
that's
not
going to be considered to be proof.
That's not going to get me into the town.
Hey, it's a bit of a shirt.
Arch, he specifically gave you a token that will let you get in. Just give me that.
No, are you fucking insane?
Well, hang on. Right, Arch, surely you're going to have to go and arrange a bunch of contracts with people and like purchase modes of transportation and stuff like this.
But we have also established that the moment I leave, this fucking place falls apart.
Well, establish a hierarchy then.
Oh, God.
Put
Delegation.
someone in. Exactly. Delegate. Exactly. Put someone in charge.
So
worked out
Arch,
so well last time.
Arch, I am completely willing to go into town and do the contracts and do the shopping, and I'm also completely willing to run the camp while you're in town doing that. So just pick whichever job you want to do.
Arch, do you really
Jesus,
want
what
Dev
must
to do
have
the
been expensive.
negotiations?
Yeah, I don't have much in the way of charisma.
None of us really do.
Well,
You want V to negotiate?
You sick, V? No, V has too much charisma. That's why he wakes people up in the middle of the night to tell them useless.
But to be fair, V's probably going to get the best deals.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll bring along the Dev.
Yeah, but which
Yes.
deals?
Look at camp. You
Yeah, I
see
look
how
at it.
nice it is.
Looks pretty good.
If it's not nice when I return, we're gonna have that fight.
Okay, so what actually needs doing? Who should I give me a list of things that should be done?
I've already done all of it. All you need to do is keep Uzalu's skepticism away from it.
To be fair, there is more that can be done. I mean, there's always trash to remove and get putting people into like a regular cycle of getting things running.
You could
And
remove
there are people who go off during the day to try and find work as well. So,
Listen,
Okay.
if we start
Organize
removing
the
trash,
work
we're going to end up with no
details.
cop members.
Okay, I'll organize the camp. Are you leaving behind Fenric, Martin, and Bartholomew?
No, of course not.
I'll stay with Dev and help him organize. I do have some military experience. My character does, so I know a bit about keeping things in order, schedules.
Arch, the reason that you got things in shape so quickly last time is because you had those people to delegate to.
Yes, but Bartholomew and Matthew are mine.
Fenric can stay.
Okay.
right. So, hang on, is Fenric being put in charge of the camp?
Yeah.
No. I'm being put in charge of Fenric to help me manage the camp for the day.
Right. So, Dev is
Organize the
in charge
work details.
Yes, I'm in
Figure
charge of the
out
camp. for
who's
the day.
been doing what and what they've been earning in our absence.
Yep, I will figure it out. No problem, Arch. I'll give you a hearty slap on the back. I'll handle it.
Right. Arch, where are you
You just
going?
prone Arch.
No, I didn't
Ow.
prone him, but I could have.
Arch, where are you going?
We're going into town. I'll bring V. The basic necessities.
Sorry, you going to Pendley or the
Pendley.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go on.
We need a large tent for a communal tent for isolation of the sick in the future. We need a cauldron, cook's gears, rations.
I have cook's gears already.
Can't always be there, Deb.
That's true. Do you want like a cooking tent where I can easily cook?
No.
Okay.
How have you been cooking up until this point?
I guess just with a campfire and my cooking stuff. I haven't really had a
Roasting
place to do it.
stuff. Oh, cooking gear, including all of the utensils, all of the various stuff needed. A cauldron to cook large meals in case we have more people. We've got rations for now. I want spices, enough to allow Dev to cook at least once a week. It's like a special feast.
We've got 6 days worth of rations and 6 days worth of spices set aside for just the army, just the people.
Okay. 4 axes, 4 hammers, about
Jesus.
100 nails.
Maybe read off the list when you actually get to
Oh,
town.
come
You
on.
can
Don't
shout.
micromanage it to this level because it's just.
Yeah, just like what are you trying to achieve, and I'll give you a price.
Okay. I want to have the camp actually up and running. We need a specialized area for cooking. We need an area for the sick in case we have more of them. We need to have a proper cook area too, like where we can cook large meals.
So, and somewhere where you can store food, presumably.
Yes. We also need the ability to actually build some stuff.
Okay,
more permanent shelters.
Yeah, that's fine. But are you sure you want to do it there, or do you want to do that when you're on their island?
Oh, we're going to have more stuff there, but we need some basic stuff here
Right,
because
okay.
currently people are completely exposed to the environment, more or less.
Right. Okay. So for 2,500 gold pieces, you can build a cottage.
See, that's exactly what I mean. It's
Right. So, but that's roughly going to cover everything you're talking about, isn't it?
Yep, but
But
I'm not going to do any of that at 2,500 gold pieces because I've checked.
We don't
the price
have
for
that
this,
much.
and
We don't have that
nothing
much.
of it would even be remotely close to that
right.
cost.
But that would be surely out of stone or something, I presume.
God, no, why?
Well, I don't know. Why not? What would you build cottages out of? Just wood, I suppose.
Well, I have a feeling we're only going to be at this camp for another week or two at the most before we go to the island.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I mean, if
That's-
you set this all up with tents,
What we need now is just basic low-level stuff. A bit of wood and a few nails to build stuff like a railing at the latrine pit so that the severely ill don't literally fall in it and drown.
yeah.
yeah, there's that.
So. But yeah, okay, so like a 2-man tent is 2 gold pieces, and so we'll just scale up on that.
Okay, we also need ways of storing the food, like barrels.
Okay.
The cart has 4 large crates, 1 small crate, and 5 barrels.
Yes, and we keep bringing that one with us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It'd probably be a silver piece per barrel. Something like that.
Okay. Then we'll also want just a small, not even a tent, like, a small tent would work, I guess.
Okay. So a small tent's 2 gold pieces. Like how big do you want the big tent to be?
So the big tent we should be able to put. I'd really like a really big one, but we don't need that yet. 6 people.
Okay. That'd be 12 gold pieces. No, it'd be 6 gold pieces. Sorry, what am I talking about? 6 gold pieces for the 6-man tent.
Okay. Is there any way we can save on the food? Can we buy wheat, flour, and have Dev make bread, for example?
Yeah, you could certainly do that.
Because a ration was what?
Let me find out.
But I got magic food, Arch.
Yes,
Not for
and
everyone.
you aren't there.
Mm.
So I guess once you've done deciding what you're buying, I'll put it all in a camp stuff part. What have you got so far, Arch? Sorry.
We want basic wood making, like just stuff to put up very super basic wooden structure, fences and stuff like that.
Okay.
They want 1 small tent and 1 large tent for 6 people.
Small tent.
2
One
barrels
large.
to store food.
So it's difficult to find how much flour should cost.
2 barrels.
Well,
Instead of considering flour, considering it making food, like we buy flour and make some food out of it. So
yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I suppose a kilogram of flour be a silver piece.
I just looked up. It says 2 copper for a bag of flour.
Okay, 2 copper then.
okay. In that case, yeah. I mean, this will be our food from now on because this is massively cheaper.
That's what it says in this. It's a post called "The Glory of Flour." All the things you can do with flour.
So you turn the entire camp into vegans?
Yeah, no, to be honest with you, I think the food's going to be more difficult to get at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to put it as silver piece for a bag of flour.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no point because that's the same as rations, so okay.
Well, no, the bag of flour itself doesn't just feed one person.
You can make a lot of bread with a bag of flour.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bread.
Yeah, it's way more cost effective than buying rations.
Also, flour can smother a grease fire. It can prevent dough from sticking to your hands. You can throw it on an invisible creature and they'll become visible because you can see the flour.
That's true, like that episode of Johnny Quest, yeah.
It can reveal tracks. It can be used as an improvised explosive.
Yeah, if you have enough of it.
Yeah.
And if you have a close
Flour
space.
doesn't explode. That's just some Goblin Slayer bullshit.
Yeah, no, it
No,
does.
flour does explode, yeah.
Okay, so how many bags of flour am I putting down, Arch?
One bag feeds how many?
One bag produces 2 loaves.
That's
and,
true.
half a loaf a person, so 4 people.
Okay, and we've got, what was it, 30?
We've got 40
40.
people. 40 people.
Okay. So we need 10 bags then for all of them. For one day.
Bags of flour for one day. Are you only
Yep.
buying one day's worth?
In which case, let's get a week's worth in case we decide to go with these insane plan.
So that's 70 silver a week.
Yes.
Seems like a lot, to be honest. Maybe I should reduce that. But no. Food's no. High demand. The market demands it. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Is it?
Okay.
I have a question actually. Instead of sticking around with Dev, because he sounds like he's kind of got everything under control with everybody there. Could I? Is there a place on the outskirts of Pendley where I can hunt for wild game in order to sell?
Yeah, of course.
Or eat?
How much? Or eat? Yeah, whatever the need would be. What would the do you know what that goes for?
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends what you catch, and that depends on your survival check.
I
Right,
just found a trade goods page with all this stuff on it, actually.
I'll send it across.
Okay. In the Hangouts?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, why not?
Okay.
I have to
Where am I
say,
he-
this is one of the most boring sessions of D&D I have experienced.
You
in a
guys hear
while.
something?
Here. A bag of rice is like 2 copper or something, according to this. And a bag of rice has a lot of rice in it. 1 copper
Yeah.
for a bag of rice.
But
Jeez. Well, that is rice.
A, they don't have rice in this region, but B, because of food demand, high demand because of the Crusade, food prices are raised. So
Salted. Yeah, salted. Is 20 gold pieces for a barrel of salted beef. How much?
Yep.
beef would go a long way, though.
Because I have beast as a favorite enemy, so being able to track them would be pretty easy for my character to do. And survival is, I got a 4 in survival.
Yeah, I mean, you could get deer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see how much that would be worth in terms of like hide and meat and things.
Well, you're probably a fair amount.
All right. Can I spend the day doing that?
Yes.
All right.
Make a survival check.
Sure. Let's see.
You spend the entire day hunting and trapping and whatnot, but you actually fail to catch anything. One of the things that you notice is that the woods are practically bare in this area.
I got you.
You're probably not the first person who's been hunting in this area.
Even with his advantage, because he has favorite enemy?
Yeah, because I do have favorite enemy for beast, so I have an advantage on wisdom survival checks to track favorite enemies. And
Doesn't really help when there's no beasts there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Zero
The-
times
the-
10
yeah,
is
but the
still
thing-
zero.
You're not tracking a specific beast. You're just, setting snares and hunting anything that's around, like the
All right.
survival check. But yeah, you don't find anything of any value in the area. I mean, you get like a squirrel or something, so you'll be able to feed yourself for the evening. But nothing.
Wait.
Nothing's got any value.
Rags, that means you get 2 squirrels. Because your natural explorer says when you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would.
Okay,
That's
there we
true.
go.
Yeah,
You could-
I see that,
you
yeah.
get 2 red squirrels. Make
Is
them a
hunting
nice
and
pair of
foraging
gloves.
the same thing?
Yes.
Is hunting and foraging the same thing?
I don't know. Is it?
No.
One of those red
Uh-oh.
squirrels is just evaporated.
Don't take this squirrel away from me.
Well, I mean, they both fall under the category of survival, I would say. So yeah.
While tracking other creatures, you also learn exact number, sizes, how long ago they passed the area. Or
So you learn that there's no creatures anywhere.
Well,
Pretty
there's
much.
Well, it would be
small
good to
creatures,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, it would be good to know if anything big is gone, so I wouldn't try again. I'd know that I would have to spend extra time going a further distance away.
Yeah, you'd probably travel out a couple of days, to be honest. 'Cause, I mean, there's like 100,000 people in the local area, so that aren't normally here. So
Oh, 2 squirrels. You got a sell price on a squirrel?
you have to go negotiate with someone.
All right.
Where are you going to go?
Well, let me see. I'll save the. Let's see. Well, where is everybody else? Has I guess Uzulu has. Well, who's in camp? Just Dev?
I'm in camp right now. Arch and
Sorry,
V.
guys, but I gotta go. So if you,
I guess they're just doing administration, V.
yeah.
All right.
Incredibly
What?
boring. I'm going to voice my displeasure outspokenly.
I'm
This has
really
been-
sorry, V, that your fucking followers
this
that
has
we have to
been-
deal with is taking up time.
Alright. This has been one of the most boring sessions. I have to voice my displeasure, but no, seriously, go for it.
Okay, so seriously, are we just going to abandon them? Because I don't want to deal with this if you're going to not want to deal with it.
I'll deal with it next session.
I
But
see.
wait,
Killed
don't
what
we
was
need
me.
don't we need V to for the rolls for all the stuff we're buying?
No, but it's 12 in my time, so I really need to go.
Can I just add the squirrels to the amount of? That just sounds like a funny thing to say.
You can go if you go to the Crusader Market. You'll probably actually get a better price for the squirrels.
All right, we'll do that. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you can find just various tradesmen who'll offer you like 5 silver pieces for a squirrel.
Yeah, sure. That sounds fine. I'll go ahead and I'll take that.
Yeah, it's per squirrel. So
Yeah,
10
so
silver.
I'll get 10. Yeah, that's
Yep.
fair enough.
Yeah,
That's something. V, how many squirrels you got?
V's gone.
No.
did he not like doing the zone of truth bit? But okay. So yeah,
That was actually pretty good.
yeah, I
little
thought that
part.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, if we're just doing administration and V doesn't need to be here,
So
Well, if we're gonna be like V's supposed to be with Arch, doing his charisma business, trying to get good prices on this stuff. Do you want to just
No.
roll for him?
I guess Arch will just have to roll himself.
Oh,
V actually
okay.
has a stake in this as well. I don't. Imagine how bored I am.
Yeah, right.
So I guess during the trip, V's asleep in the back of the cart.
Doesn't usually have better charisma than Arch.
I probably do. I'm
Let
a
me check.
paladin.
Would you like to go and negotiate with Arch?
Not really, but I it's something to do.
V's got 7.
7
Oh,
and
yeah.
what? Sorry.
You have 5.
I am of honestly half a mind to just say fuck it, let them all die. This is these people. He has no interest in looking after them or taking care of them. Fuck him.
what you
I
need to
think
do is
we could have macromanaged it a bit more. I think.
what well. Arch,
Okay,
maybe you
we
should find
tried
a
to
way get them
macromanage it,
to
and
work
they
into your mind
die.
system.
Well,
Like,
you
We
could,
macromanaged it badly.
Send them to the island.
yeah.
See, I think we just set them up so that they're self-sufficient and then go.
Put
But
someone in
that
charge.
actually requires some effort to make sure they are actually self-sufficient.
That's what we're doing right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like you set them up on this island, and they will be like the beginning of the settlement there. And say, when it's possible, bring your families here, build up the place, make it into make it into something. That's how these things start.
We can leave Fenric in charge and then go off on the adventure after the thing's been established.
Yeah, turn them into pilgrims essentially.
Good thinking.
But the process of doing that, whilst it's not a bad idea, is hopefully not going to be too micromanaged, because then it will be
Well,
boring.
there's no reason it needs to be that micromanaging.
Yeah, it's like
All
get
you have
them.
to do is pay people to do things, and then you don't have to do a damn thing.
Can
Yeah,
we just
then
do,
hopefully they'll be able to keep it going from there with their new life in town and the mine, and it'll set up basically a mining town that will grow. And
Well, can we tell you roughly what we want and then do one roll and one payment for it?
Well,
Or
it depends
a
what it
few
is you're
more.
trying to do, but yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got a problem with that.
I mean, now that V's gone, it's not really much point. We can't exactly bring him back by being good boys.
Well, yeah, but this is how I envisage you essentially doing it. But like, right, okay,
Yeah.
what thing do you need? You need a dock built, right? Okay, well, who do you speak to build a dock? A carpenter or whatever, And then he'll say it's X amount of 1,000 gold pieces for labor, parts, and this will take this long, and then you just give him money, and then in that amount of time it'll appear. Unless there's some in-world problem with like a pirate attacking you or something.
That's what I mean, though. You say this will be easy, but nothing we have done around this so far has been easy.
Well, yeah, but
you
I mean,
have
what you can do is
always
just
thrown some
travel.
shit in there.
Yeah, but if you're worried about piracy, you can just travel with them, and if they get attacked by anything, you can just fight them off.
I hope we get
And
attacked by
then
pirates.
every time we need to transport silver from the mine, we'll have to do that.
Yeah,
Well, unless you
right,
assign
no.
guards or something.
We do have like 12 guys in the camp that we're training to be fighters. They could fight. Actually, how many of those guys are left, Sargon, of the 12?
6.
6? We have 6 fighters. So I think we'll be okay.
That's a six armed trained people is that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we need guards on the actual island itself too. So we're going to need more than 6 in that case.
Well, then hire some people to guard the boats or whatever.
Honestly, what I think you should do, Sargon, is you should think about how badly you want to fuck us and give me an outline, because you keep saying we can macromanage this. We both know that's a lie.
Well, look, I'm not saying that everything will go smoothly.
That's
but,
what I
like,
mean.
Yeah, but I can't promise that.
Literally, if you want to do this properly, literally set aside time with me off air, and I will literally fucking micromanage this. I will tell you everything I want and need, and you can take from there.
Yeah, but your character doesn't have like that level of control over the project, surely. Like, you're going to be relying on other people to do things for you, and I imagine that for the most part they're going to be reliable. Like, I don't know what's going to happen or anything.
Yeah, but that's the thing. For most part, like,
It's not going to be perfect. It'll just be pretty good.
And then pirates will come and make it.
But then you've got
pretty good.
but then you've got an excuse to go and kill a bunch of pirates.
Yep. In the middle of a crusade. He's not going to like going off to our fucking.
What do pirates have, Uzulu?
Booty.
Death.
Boats.
Oh yes, they have boat booty.
Like, it's not that it wouldn't be useful to capture some pirates.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah, with boats we can visit our Tropico more often while we're not playing D&D.
Well,
I love pirates.
You'd be able to carry soldiers and things like that on the crusade.
We're going to pirate the pirates.
Getting back to it. Arch,
sure,
I have.
Hannah, aren't you guys doing this so you can raise men?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I'm doing
that's
this so I can get a income, and then I can utilize that potentially for men, supplies,
Yeah.
favors, etc.
Well, there we go. I mean, like, you can just hire men from the mainland.
That's true. If we need like a few extra soldiers, we can just go to a
What do you know about
mercenaries
hiring
guild or
men,
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like what we need to begin with, we need Smith, so Smith's Guild. We need carpenters, Carp's Guild, miners, woodworkers. We need a ship to begin with.
Wait, carpenters
Yeah,
and
but,
woodworkers.
yeah, but you can just find a corporation that will do this for you.
Yeah, we have
A
45,000 in the loan.
Yeah, a licensed guild corporation. You say, I want a dock built here, and they'll give you the price, and they'll do it for you.
Yeah, okay, if it's that, I need a dock.
Mhm.
And even that's not really, strictly speaking, necessary, but okay.
It probably will if you want to do any kind of serious tonnage, won't it?
If it's serious tonnage, jeez, how much are we really speaking about here?
I don't know how rich do you want to get.
No, but it's a logistical question about smelting the actual silver.
Well, it's just a question of how many forges you set up, isn't it?
Sargon, I will introduce you to how fucking complex a blast forge is at some point, and how much silver it's capable of producing.
Well, we'll talk about that off air.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. If you're just
But yeah,
saying
no, but
buildings, then I can easily come up with a list of buildings I need.
Yeah, but it's not just that; it's things you want to bring to the island as well. As in, if you wanted to bring goods to the island, like food or building materials and things like this, you're going to want a proper way. And the thing is, it's not just that; it encourages other people around to think of you as legitimate.
Yeah, just tell me what you need from me. I can I can go as autistic or as you want here.
Well, okay. Well, you can go to Pendley, which I assume you have, and you can just ask. Like, I mean, what is it you want to do?
Okay, the most important thing, we'll do the dock then. Fine. Like with this kind of weight, we really could just use a rowboat, but for the sake of simplicity, we'll get a dock.
Yeah.
Let me write this down here.
Well, I mean, do you not need a ship?
We do need a ship. We'll take one of the smallest one. What was it? The half something.
Could we ask the prince for that ship that we were using before?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But
Okay.
you can go down to the dockyards in Pendley and see if they sell ships there.
It's a what is it? It's the smallest type of basic ship and we don't need a rowboat in that case because we've got a dock.
And I did actually have it up a second ago, but now I can't find the damn thing.
I've got it here somewhere. It is a keel boat.
Have you got a link? Because I don't know what I've done with the link.
Oh, it's in the source book, page 157.
Right, okay.
It is the smallest and cheapest form of ship, but it should
Oh,
be
yeah, here we
sufficient
go.
for our needs.
You think so? You can get I mean, can a keel boat go out into open sea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of crossing? Yeah. I mean, the other one...
Yeah, it's not especially rough, I suppose. Is that going to be okay for a week?
The keelboat? Again, yeah, it should be able to do that kind of a travel.
And how much can it carry?
Depends on the size, but we're talking tons.
Right, okay.
Apparently, keel boats go 3 miles per hour.
Well, that's good.
And they cannot be rowed against any significant current.
We'll just paint go faster stripes on it. It'll be fine.
Well,
because the only other alternative is a sail ship, I guess, but that's triple the cost.
Oh yeah, but then you've got a sailing ship, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that I mean, that's an investment, isn't it?
Well, in that case, we'll take a long ship because same cost, faster.
Yeah, probably less tonnage though.
Do I have to give you a history lesson about why Viking longships?
No, but surely
They carried quite a lot.
Yeah, but surely
Okay, just make a in-universe decision, and we'll go with that.
Yeah,
So if
the sailing ship is going to carry more, but obviously it's
okay,
slower.
fine.
So a dock, a sailing ship.
Okay, well, the sailing ship, you can purchase one. There are sailing ships available. They're being constantly manufactured for the Crusade. They're selling at 12,500 for the base price. The merchant, well, the person you're dealing with is, I mean, you can probably try and persuade him down.
Yes, I will. This would have been useful to have the charisma character, but well.
Boozloo can help if he comes along. He has good charisma.
I assumed that I had come along.
Okay, we'll try and persuade him.
All right. My persuasion only has a bonus of 2. If you want me to lie to him or intimidate him, I can give you a 5.
Okay, in that case, my persuasion is actually better.
Oh,
is
well,
it?
never mind then.
Okay.
Right,
It's
go
minus
ahead,
3.
Yeah, you do actually persuade him to knock off 1,000 and 1,500 gold pieces. So 11 grand for the sailing ship.
Okay, what was the dock?
Good question. The dock will cost 5,000 gold pieces.
The prices are insane for such simple constructions, though.
I know.
Okay. And I guess you need like living quarters and a mine then. We're at 16 of the 45 already.
No. The living quarters, they'll live in tents. They can manufacture their own houses on the island. There's plenty of wood there.
Yep.
Okay.
There's also clay where they can make bricks out of with the furnaces we've got.
Yep, that's fair. Right, the mine itself will cost 20 grand.
20 grand for a surface mine? Are you insane?
Yeah, but you don't have to do any of it. It's all being done for you. You're paying for
That
labor,
includes,
I
like-
want to micromanage it.
labor and security.
And labor and security?
Yeah,
And
they'll
all the
have their-
various
they'll have their own guys.
furnaces?
Yeah. All of the required equipment and the manpower to set it all up. That's why it's high.
Okay, I
You're
also
not just
want
paying for parts. You're contracting with a company.
a blockhouse for defense and men to man it.
What do you mean by a blockhouse? Do you mean a keep?
No, a keep is
a
very large.
Right.
Oh.
So a fortified tower is what you mean.
Yes, basically.
So, yeah. That's 15 grand as well. So you've got 5 grand left.
Okay, so the materials are all on the island.
No, the materials these guys will be using have all been cut, prepared, and will be shipped over there.
That is just such an absurd extra cost, though.
But it's going to be way quicker.
I fucking hate doing
we
this.
only have 5 more days before the crusade starts, Arch.
How do you know?
Because last session it was a week, and we've spent 2 days in Pendley.
No, it's a week until the end of the beginning.
Okay.
Like moving a crusade isn't something that happens in one day.
All right. So I guess everyone arrives and then they prepare to go in 1 week, I guess.
Yeah. And
Or in
there's a
5 days.
reason there's this huge flurry of activity. Everything's getting sorted. But yeah, so yeah, that's for the dock, a fortified tower, like a secure place, and what was the other thing? The mine itself,
And the ship.
and the ship. Yeah.
We also need the furnaces to actually manufacture the silver and make it useful.
Okay, yeah, that's 1,000 gold per furnace.
I thought that was included in the mine.
Well, no, this is like a smelting plant, isn't it?
Okay. So smelting
So
plant.
you want, yeah, but I mean, like, you don't want to sell the raw produce. You want to sell the
Bars or whatever.
ingots themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The fact that we have a furnace should also mean that we can make use of marginal ore. So we can't only use the silver clumps. With the furnace, we should also be able to utilize the stuff around, the dust, etc.,
Right. Okay.
which should increase production.
Okay. So right. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you sign 4 different contracts with 4 different companies to do the requisite things.
You didn't haggle them down, Arch. You only haggled for the ship.
There's also security for the sailboat. We will want to do all of that under one.
Yeah, because the mine came with equipment, labor, and security, but I assume the smelting plant and the sailing ship, and probably the dock didn't, right?
Yeah, it's not even the mine comes with it. It's the people who are making it come with it. So
Okay.
the professionals who will go and make your mine and create the thing, they will
The
have
security
guards.
on the island is purely in defense of the island, quote unquote. We don't really need to worry about thieving in the middle of the fucking ocean.
No.
It's for emergency defense, but we do need some men of arms at the boat.
You'll need to bring your own for that. But I mean, you've got plenty of people. You can equip them. Right.
Yep.
Okay, so let me just make notes here. So you've got furnace.
I've got it all here on the cart text.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep a note for myself. So,
Right.
and then sailboat.
And we'd like to enter into just a quick round of haggling for each. So we already done the sailing ship.
Okay, yeah, go on.
How many rolls is that?
Well, we've done the
4.
sailboat. So do you want to do the furnace?
Okay. 16. Wow, that's good for me.
Not good enough, I'm afraid. Guy's not going to budge. These are in high demand, apparently.
Fucking how?
I know. He got a 20. So the dock. Piece. Yeah, go on.
For the dock?
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
Fucking hell. Yeah, the guy says he'll do it for 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Lovely.
There we go.
Yeah. And the tower, which is 15 grand.
Yep. Blockhouse.
That was 5 grand.
What, the tower?
The blockhouse?
No, I've got it down at 15 too.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
did I-
15.
okay. All right. It's 21 though.
Hang on a sec. What'd you get? Oh, fucking hell, Arch. Yeah, he'll do it for 10.
Yay.
And then the mine, I guess.
And then the mine itself, yeah, which is 15.
Okay,
was
let's hope
20.
I get the...
Sorry, 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope I get the third 18 in a row. Oh, even better.
Ooh.
Fucking hell. All right.
A 20 and a 1, of course.
Let's see how he does. Oh, we got a 19. That was very close. But yeah, he's prepared to knock that down to 17
It's a critical. Why not 15?
because he got a 19. If
Yeah.
he got lower than I would have done. So that's
42. So you have 3,000 left, Arch, in your account.
Is there any kind of shipping insurance in this world?
well, I mean, you could buy insurance.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, basically.
Yeah, you probably could, yeah.
What kind of rates they're looking at for cargo?
I don't know. I'll have to work it out. It's going to be expensive, though.
I'm
Yeah, I don't know
sure
if
it
you-
is.
Sorry?
No, I'm sure it's
sorry.
going to be expensive, but at the very least, it would be very nice to insure the first couple of loads.
Yeah. I'll look into it.
Arch, I think we can insure the first couple loads. We can just go along and fight off whatever happens. If there's an encounter, we can have a battle.
Oh no! If the Crusade's going to be moving in, getting there, it's going to take weeks to build this, and then weeks to transport it.
Well, but you don't have to build or transport anything. They'll let you know when they're done.
But
Yeah.
David's saying we're going to follow along with the first load. Do we know we'll even be nearby?
Well, the companies that are going to be making this are going to have their own mercenaries guarding it. So, and these people will be trained professionals who are experienced in fighting off any kind of pirates and stuff like that.
Okay.
And the area itself is being very heavily policed by royalty of all kinds at the moment. So piracy has been a fairly low problem. The problem's coming from the Crusade, really. So I wouldn't be excessively worried about that. It's not like you're not in yet in some area where you might have pirate problems.
Right. Finally, the area itself, was it tropical or temperate?
Subtropical.
Subtropical. Okay. In that case, we want to bring along seeds of barley to sow fields.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we'll probably want. How many people would need to tend the field? We've got 40 dudes.
Well, you
Might have more.
Probably
You
only
might
have
have
like 2 or 3 people per field or something, or what?
Probably. But we have.
Oh,
If we
fine.
get like 5 fields up and going.
Yeah.
Should that be enough to maybe at least feed the population of the island through the year?
Well, I'd have to look into it again. How
Because
much?
we'd prefer for it to be
yields
as
of barley
self-sustaining
or-
as possible.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why the people couldn't grow their own food.
Well, it's a subtropical island. Barley will do very well there, and it's much
Yeah.
better than relying on foraging.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and that's what I mean. I don't see why they can't feed themselves there. So
Yeah.
that should be fine. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
But it's also the possibility if there's enough arable land there to produce a surplus, there should be further things we could sell.
Yeah, absolutely. But in the meantime, you're the proud owners of a ship. What are you going to call it?
HMS V was not fucking here.
The Velus.
Call it V's ball.
What? 'Cause it's going to be surrounded with something blue.
No, I kind of like Velus or V-Fail. We failed us all.
Well, let's name it next time when V's back, and then
Okay.
he can plead in his own defense.
Okay.
But
I was supposed to do stuff in the camp though. I can do it real quick if you like.
yeah, what do you need to do?
Okay. Actually, first of all, Arch, you said you were buying fences, small tent, large tent, 2 barrels, and 70 bags of flour to bring back. How much did that cost?
I think that was, what was it, for the food? 12 gold, I think.
For the barrels, tent, flour. Okay, 12 gold. so-
We would also need, thievery on the island isn't a problem.
This
but-
wasn't island stuff. This was stuff.
Yeah, I know,
Temporary
but-
stuff for the camp.
We're gonna need just a couple of chests, so I'm assuming they'll bring that in the guardhouse because that'll be
we
the
have-
silver.
We
I
have
th- I
3
think,
chests already.
Sorry, just to just to interrupt. Someone in the chat was like, call it the HMS Pedantic. I think it's a really great name.
That's pretty good. Yes.
Right.
apparently wheat, oats, and barley are all the same price. 1 copper for 1 pound.
Right. Okay.
So if you want to get seeds, you can get a lot of seeds.
Yeah.
1 pound of seeds for a copper. It's a fair amount.
Right. But what is this the last thing that you need to do? Is it?
I know
Yeah,
this
as
is
long as we know there's like a secure area for the finished product before it's loaded onto the boat, then
29. What was that? 88. So that's the
What?
12 stuff for the camp stuff.
So-
12 gold. Sorry. For me, I have 40 people I got to get to work.
Right. Okay. And one thing that I think you might want to do, Arch, is go and like scout out the island with your new ship and figure out where exactly you're going to put all this stuff.
yeah.
Just as a heads up.
Okay. So V left Fenric with me to kind of maintain the camp, and there's the 39 believers that are still around, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to ask 20 of them, so half the crew, to go out and try to wrangle the ones that left and bring them back. See how many they can get back now that we have things up and running.
How long do you want them to be gone for?
Just the day. When they come back at the end of the day, we'll see what kind of what they've got.
Well, we're not going to bring. If it's going to take me, let's say, 5 days to get there, like I'll be going 12 days at least, just scouting out the island.
Yeah, but like we can tell them, like, listen, maybe in a few weeks' time there'll be work on this island. You can come back and don't go running off into the wilderness and dying on us.
Yeah, in 2 weeks' time.
Why don't you just take them with you and dump them on the island and get them building houses?
We could do that too.
Yep.
And anyway, I'll send half of the cult off to try and wrangle the people that left, the 40 that left.
Do you need me to track them?
Okay, but what one day is not going to be very much time.
No, have half of them do that for the period. I'll take half of them with me. I mean, even half of them is a bit, but take like 5. The 5 most interested.
Okay.
And I'll take the remainder.
Don't we still have to do a few things in the camp? Like,
if you're moving the camp, then no, not really.
Yeah, I guess there's not much left to do. Okay, so yeah. So you're going to take 35 then?
Yeah.
Arch?
I'd also like to bring along Rags because he's the only one with like survival stuff.
Good thinking.
Sure.
Okay, so Dev, right? So Dev is taking 5 of the able-bodied men.
Yep, and Fenric. And we're going to go and try and find the 40 people that left the cult and bring them back and say, listen, we have work on an island. We're going to set up a town. That whole thing. That's what we'll do.
And so Arch is taking the remaining 34.
Yes.
Onto the boat. And he's... right, so Arch, like, are you going right now, are you?
Well, we'll need the basics for making houses, so nails and carpentry tools.
Okay.
That's what we need.
How much are nails?
They're not that expensive. I recall looking them up.
No, I can't imagine that expensive.
Let's see.
We slip back into micromanaging again.
Yes.
Only a little bit.
Well, they need something to build the houses with.
Right, I'll just slip back into my coma then.
I mean, we could just say that carpenter's tools have everything, in which case, give me just 4 sets of carpenter's tools, I guess.
Well, hang on a sec.
No, but we got to find out how many nails there are. And are they 3-sided nails or 4-sided nails? And are the screws Phillips or standard?
Well, okay, so if you're just setting up small huts.
Yeah, tools for cutting down trees, making the trees into usable planks.
Right, yeah. You can probably get it all for 500 gold pieces.
Okay. Yeah, sure, we'll do that then.
Yeah.
Let me roll the haggle thing again, because I've been lucky so far.
Go ahead.
Luck must continue.
Yeah, he says 450.
50 gold pieces, wow.
It's better than nothing, you ungrateful bitch.
I don't know about that.
Are you sure? Because carpenter's tools seem to only cost 8 gold. Like one
Yes,
set
I
of
know.
them.
Sargon is being a little whore, I know, but just go with it.
Well, no, just like yeah, but for everything you can need, like building materials and stuff like this.
Well, there's wood on the island.
Okay, yeah.
We just need the tools and the nails, basically.
Well, okay. How many tools and nails do you need?
Why make silver nails on the island?
Well, one full set of.
Yeah,
No, the only thing we can't make on the islands are the tools and the nails. Like the wood's already there.
Yeah, and one set of tools costs 8 gold. So we just got to find a price on nails.
and you don't just want one set of tools.
No,
we'll
we'd
need-
want probably 6 or 4
Yeah,
at least.
like 10.
And some just I'm assuming carpenter's tools will include an axe to cut down the
How much for
trees.
nails? I couldn't actually find it.
I can't find it either.
I think I saw a bag of nails somewhere.
That was someone's character named Bag of Nails when I looked it up.
Yeah, I feel almost certain I've seen nails at some point.
Yeah,
So do
me
I.
too, but I can't find it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's go for 20 nails for a silver piece.
Okay. So you want me to put down 6 carpenter tools? 6 sets?
Right, so that's 60 gold, and then however many nails.
However many nails you want, Arch.
'Let's see.
50 silver for 1,000 nails. So
We would probably want 1,000 at least. Yeah, 50 silver.
Oh,
so
for a
what-
house, easily 1,000.
Fuck it. No, for a full house, we don't need 1,000 for a full house. That's enough for a couple. But give us 2,000 nails for a
Right, so
gold.
that's a gold piece then. Yeah.
That should be enough for a few small domiciles.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
There we go. Those would be like the temporary residences until we get everything else running.
Yeah, I mean, once we start getting up there, we can eventually start ordering in just base iron shavings, so we can make nails as we need, because we'll have a smithy up there.
Yeah. Okay, so 34 on boat with Arch and Uzulu. 5 with Arch and Fenric. So let's see if I got this right. 34 of our believers are on the boat with Arch and Uzulu sailing off to the island. 5 are with me and Rags and Fenric looking for the stragglers.
Yeah.
And V is just asleep in Penderley with the cart.
Okay.
Okay, so, and we've got the dock, the sail on ship, the blockhouse, the furnace.
It's a
What
tower,
else?
not a blockhouse.
Is it an actual fortified tower?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It'll be your residence, Arch.
More than
That
I'd
makes it a
hoped for.
castle.
Yeah, it'll be your capital. It won't be a very big thing, but like it'll be something.
Castle.
No, like a fortified tower is a hell of a lot more than a blockhouse.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. So, how much food are you taking with us and water? How many barrels of water?
There's got to be fresh water on the island, otherwise people wouldn't be able to live there.
There is fresh water on the island, obviously, but for the journey across, it's going to take you a week.
5 days.
Well, yeah, 5 days. But like, so how many barrels of water?
We'll
If you're
bring
bringing
enough
V-
for a trip. No,
Okay, sorry.
we'll bring enough for a trip there and back, obviously.
So what if we say 1 barrel a day, 10 barrels of water?
Go.
Okay. What was it? A
That's-
silver piece per barrel, and then you can fill them up at a lake or river.
And I did mention we need a basic smith.
What do you mean?
Smithing area, basically an anvil,
Oh yeah,
bellows.
yeah, yeah. That'd be 500 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll do that too.
Okay.
Haggling that.
That should be all we need. And let me just roll a 1, I guess.
Are you haggling on that?
Oops.
No, they insist that it's 500 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. Fucking shit stains.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, you've got how many days worth of food? Sorry, did you get?
We need 12 days, probably, because we're going to be there for like 2 days.
Did you just call Martin Matthew?
Sorry.
How much food have you got on the cart?
6 days on the cart.
6 days. Right. And how much was a day's worth for?
Actually, it's 6 days for the army. So I guess if you're bringing 35 people, yeah, it'll still be okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how much was it
6
per
more
day? Again?
days.
Dev, how much did it cost?
I have to look it up. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. Well, do you mind? So I haven't got it open in front of me.
There was
actually, I do have it.
there was like 60, 70 fucking people on that island, so I think they'll be fine foraging for a while until we can get the food production up and going.
It's more about the skill of the foraging that's going to be the problem.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to leave them with a supply.
So a day's worth of poor food is 1 silver piece.
Okay.
But that's not rations. That's proper food. Hang on a sec. Why can't I find rations?
1 silver for 40 people. That's 40 silver for a day.
Hang on. No, but that's proper meal. Hang on. Looking for
Nothing wrong with proper
rations.
meal.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want them to be healthy and happy.
I think you should probably leave them with some food so they don't instantly die
Okay.
while trying to get the place set up. So
Okay, well, 1 silver piece for proper. I mean, these are just poor meals, but like they're proper meals. They're not just rations.
yeah.
So.
Okay, well, we should also buy fishing equipment for 10 pieces of fishing equipment. They'll be able to, at the very least, help out their diet a bit with that.
Oh, it's a fishing rod. So
Look that up.
it's 480 silver for 10 days. 12. Sorry, 10 or 12 that I just did. 480 silver for 12 days of food.
Okay, so that's
4.8 gold. Okay, in that case, let's leave them with this. Will this spoil?
You can buy food that isn't going to spoil, like salted
good.
meat and stuff like this.
yep.
So that's for 12 days.
Let me just look up the fishing.
In that
tackle.
case, let's buy 20 golds worth of food. That'll be enough to last them for
golds.
almost 2 months.
So, yeah, that's 80 days.
Yeah. That'll be an emergency reservoir, so they should forage first, but they should keep them.
Yeah, and you can buy grain and stuff that they can make flour out of. Stuff that, and salted meat, stuff that will keep.
Yes, and then another 4.8 gold for the food for the trip there and back.
Oh, okay, sure. Sorry. Let me just recalculate that.
So you've bought 2 months of food for 40 people.
That's 24 total for the food there and the trip there and back.
Yeah, and 12 days of food for myself. Okay, that's fine. I love that we've got over 1,000 people watching us micromanage this.
That is legitimately
This is
interesting.
nothing compared to the micromanaging.
Yeah, but I find this interesting too, like because the way you guys set this up is going to dictate like how it reacts to outside influence.
Okay.
The fact that Archer's giving them 2 months of food is actually really important because if he dumps them there and then goes away for a week, they might have run out of food on the 3rd day or something.
Like last time.
Yeah, exactly. But like these things actually matter, and I find it interesting.
Archie, we're talking about fishing equipment. 1 set of fishing tackle includes a wooden rod, silken line, bobbers, steel hooks, lead sinkers, lures, and netting. It costs 1 gold for a set.
Dev, the chat says that you haven't taken off 500 for the smithy.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I haven't. Sorry. I'll do that right now.
Thank you, chat. Thank you. Kaleke, thank you very much. You were watching. Keep them honest.
10 sets of fishing gear, which includes the nets, and let's get a rowboat. Because that'll allow them to actually use those fucking nets.
Yeah, rowboats, 50 gold pieces.
Fishing gear. So that will be 10 gold.
So 60 for the fishing gear and the boat.
Yep.
Give me cheap? No. No, give me cheap.
Yeah, so. What did you get?
5.
Well, they got 3. So, yeah, 40 gold pieces for the boat.
Oh, better. I mean, even this is nothing. I'll send you my fucking list at some point, Sargon.
I really don't want your list. But right, so everything is now loaded on the boat. So you've got 12 days of water.
Some people are saying bring livestock. I don't know about that just yet. Maybe when they're established.
It might be
Livestock will come a bit later. We actually need a way to feed the livestock first.
Yeah.
Get some farms going
if seeds
first.
if seeds are as cheap as they are, it might be worth bringing just like chickens.
Well, let's get the barley going first. Once we've got the farming up and going, we can bring in livestock.
They
pigs,
can
cows.
hunt for their food for them.
You talked about buying barley, but you didn't buy it actually. How
No,
many bags
we need to go there first and check out the land.
Okay.
So we can figure out roughly how much we can utilize.
Okay.
Anything else I've forgotten?
Well,
no, that will be what I can think of for now.
right, okay. Right, well, I assume you're going to give the companies that you're working with the coordinates of the island so they know how to find it?
Yes. Oh, and we'll also bring along the stuff I bought recently. So the 4 shovels, the axes, the hammers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you buy that stuff?
Yes.
You did. What are you doing with the cart and the stuff that's on it?
V's got it. And he's apparently just having a nap in the back.
Right,
Well,
okay.
Deb's staying, so he can take care of the cart.
Well, no, because you and V brought the cart to.
Well, you
Pendley
are
with
staying because
Uzulu.
you're going to look for the remaining people.
Well, yeah, but
Bloody remainers.
the cart is inside the city walls, and I'm outside the city walls looking for the people.
I'll just put V in the driving seat and slap the horse's ass. It knows where home is.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Well, V's in the cart in the town.
Yes.
Well, we'll leave it there then. So V's in the cart in the town. You're at the docks with a fully loaded ship, Arch, and
Yes.
Deb is going to spend the day looking for people who left.
And I have down that Uzulu, Bartholomew, and Martin are all getting on the ship with Arch, and Rags is with me and Fenric looking for the stragglers outside.
No, I need
No,
Rags.
I'm going with the I'm going onto the island.
Okay.
Because he's the only one with decent wilderness and stuff, so he can
Okay,
find.
does
there's
Uzulu
food.
want to
going
stay?
with him?
Sorry.
Uzulu. Sorry.
What?
Uzulu, are you
What?
going with Arch or are you going
I-
with V?
I'm awake, I promise. I don't know. What are they doing?
Well, we don't really know what V's doing.
Allow us to give you a quick recap.
Yeah, Dev's. Well, Arch and Rags have actually got like the entire camp ready and loaded onto the ships and everything onto the ship and everything ready.
Bareback.
Yeah, so they're going to go and colonize the island. Dev's going to look for more people to come to the island, and V's stuck in Pendley being V.
Well, those sounds like all of those sound remarkably riveting. I am having trouble choosing which one is the most interesting.
You'll
Before I make
probably
my
want to
decision-
go with Arch, to be honest.
Before I make my decision, I need to know, Arch, specifically what is everything that you've got, and what was the price of it, and and what are you going to do with it, and what's
It's
the
all
plan
on the
with it?
screen. I have it right here.
Yeah, but I can't see it, so just explain it all to me again.
Make your choice, man.
No, all right, fine. I'll go with the expeditionary force. I guess it's the most likely to net me something to kill.
Right, okay. Well, I'll leave you there, but we won't leave until V's here next time, because otherwise he might bitch and moan. So,
Well, we can't have that.
yeah, exactly.
I think we maybe can't not have that.
I'm back. What are we doing now?
Ending, actually.
Good.
I bet we get loads of XP for this session.
Well, I mean, a lot's been done, but remind me to do it at the beginning of next one when V's here, because otherwise he'll pitch.
Mhm.
But right, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you later.